Hey, Miss Congo 2026.
Jambo kaka mpenzi, habari?
Uko?
Fiti kabisa.
Hey,
Yes.
nakuona.
Yes. Na mimi nakuona.
Unaweza rudi nyuma kidogo ndio nikuone mpaka ushavu.
Okay, sawa. Hivyo, ngoja.
Uko sawa.
Sawa. Ama niongeze hiyo ndio nyuma sana kidogo.
Nataka kuona hiyo nywele yote.
Afro. Na represent Africa.
Uko.
Na represent Africa. Si ndio hapo?
Hapo sasa.
Habari kaka?
Mimi niko.
Vizuri?
Unajua nimekuwa excited how when you called me 3 months ago.
That's good. That's very good. Yes. So we are on.
Tuko kabisa.
Yes. Mimi nakuanga busy. I'm usually busy, but I'll find time. Definitely, I will.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm a very busy lady.
That's a good thing.
Yes. Keeping busy is good than not being busy at all. Yes.
Exactly.
Keep busy keeps me out of trouble. That's great.
That's a good thing. That's how I stay out of trouble.
Doing the right thing. Yes. No, I work, I coach, I mentor, I do volunteering, I do a lot of stuff. I try to keep myself busy.
And you have always been in DC?
Yes. Tangu nimefika Apple State, Yes, I've always been in DC.
When did you get here?
Nimekuja kitambo. Simi nimefika huku 1993. I'm over 30 years, I think, over here. Yeah,
almost 33 years ago.
I'm telling you. Yeah, nimefika 1993.
Whoa. Yes. That was Ronald Reagan's time.
Yes. Nimefika no. Ilikuwa wasn't it Clinton? Hapana. Nimefika hapa
No, Clinton aliingia 95.
95.
I think.
Hapana. Si Clinton ndio alikuwa.
He served 2 terms.
Yeah,
yes, you are right.
Yeah, ilikuwa Clinton.
It was the first time. Clinton.
Yes.
Whoa.
Nimekaa huku kweli, nimekaa kweli. Yes.
Holy moly.
Yes. Habari yako wewe kule Texas?
Mimi niko salama kabisa. Very happy, healthy, and blessed.
That's what matters. Yeah. Yes. And and I see your mental health is really high up. I like that.
Solitude.
No. Unajua, you know how I found you, right? I told you. I said, one time I just nimekutana na ma videos zako, so I started watching. Then I was like, man, this guy is smart. This guy is like what African men need, what the community needs. So I started really listening to your videos, and I followed. I was like, damn, this guy is genius. Kwa sababu unajua mimi, I advocate actually for men. I'm not very popular with a lot of ladies, but now they really started understanding my message, right? Before a lot of women fought me, right? But now they really started understanding a little bit of what I say. I mean, my audience, not every woman out there, right? So I do a lot of men advocacy, like mental health, about like, unbelievably, if I say justice, like marital, social justice, I think, men are, vitu wanaume yani inaenda chini sana, right? And we live now in a society that, women are being promoted, which is great. We would love for women to be promoted, but I think sisi wa Afrika, wanawake wa Afrika, we are using that hiyo promotion ama hiyo power ama hiyo awareness wanatupatia very wrongly, right? And because we are using it wrongly, we are bringing a lot of frustration in our men. Tunaleta yani frustration sana. So now, when we come to America here, tunaishi also in a society that yani law ina oppress wanaume sana, right? And women, we are taking advantage of that. And then now we're living in frustration between men and women. So wewe unajua tu hiyo community yetu ya Afrika. Ukienda everywhere, ukienda kwenye community ya wa Kenya, ukienda kwa wa Congolese, ukienda kwa Cameroon, unakuta the same frustration between men and women. And that is breaking families, it's breaking relationships, it's breaking, yani tuko kama tuko in war, right? So, and then men don't have anywhere to go talk about their problem. Wanawake tunapewa platform nyingi. You understand? We are given a lot of platform where we can go express ourselves, when we can go deal with our mental health. But wanaume wa Kiafrika hawana space, you know? And then that is, I've been advocating for that for so long. I'm like, yani wanaume hawana space where they can go really speak about their truth, right? So because, I mean, we speak our truth, but where do they go to speak their truth, right? And then when they don't have the platform where they can go express themselves and then also tell their truth and, you know, talk about their needs, what they want, what, you know, they don't have anywhere to go speak all these things. Then it stays in them. Then they become violent. Then we are finding ourselves with a lot of women who are in relationship, marriages and stuff like that, dealing with violent men, you know? Kwa nini wanakuwa violent? Because we don't want to know why they were becoming violent. We don't want to know why they are, you know, if they're not violent, yani wako just quiet. You know, they are just there with their body, but mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically, they are not there. They have checked out long time ago, right? That's how we see the problem. Tunaona tu hiyo issue. These men, they are selfish. Hawataki, they don't want to improve. Yani wako violent. Nani inaitwaje? Domestic violence and all that kind of stuff. But they are not expressing themselves. Where do you think all that anger, all that frustration is going to go? It's going to show up in a different way, you know?
Yes.
So
it's going to manifest itself in violence and rejection.
Exactly.
And isolation.
Exactly.
And defeat.
Exactly. And then instead of us looking into instead of us looking into how can we work together, you know, men and women, to see how we can, where we can meet so that we can learn to live with harmony. So we as women, we just criticize. Yani tuna criticize. Criticism is not going to bring any solution. Unajua? Yani hata kama tuna criticize, tunasema ndio wako hivi, hiyo sio solution. You know? Where is the problem? The root of the problem. That's where we need to start going. Sasa ukiambia wanawake hivyo, wanawake hawapendi kusikia. They just want us to stay in a place where we are the victim and we can only blame. Okay? But that's not the solution. Because we can blame as much as we want and we can complain as much as we want. But is the situation getting better? Are we getting the solution? We are not. You understand? Sasa wanawake wengi, they are programmed to become victim. Yani society imetu program hivyo. You understand? To play the victim card. To play the victim card, because the victim card is there. It's easy. It is to play the victim card instead of doing the work. Unaona? Sasa sisi hatutaki kufanya hiyo kazi. Hatutaki kurudi ndani ya community. Hatutaki, and which is one of our role. We are women. We are supposed to do this job. Yani women are naturally nurturers, mothers, teachers. You know? Ni kazi yetu kurudi kwenye community, ni kama kurudi kwenye family, kwa sababu mwanamke ni mama. Kazi yake kama nyumbani, ndani ya nyumba, vitu I work in the best interest of everybody, her job is to go back in her home to check what is going on so she can be able to fix and direct and, you know, kupana mashauri. Unasikia? Sasa sisi wanawake tumeshakusahau hiyo role yetu kwa sababu society inatuprogram differently, okay? Wanatuambia tu, no, you are the victim, he's the bad guy. Wewe cheza tu your victim card. You understand? Sasa tunasahau hiyo role ya kurudi ndani ya community, to teach, to preach, to encourage, to uplift, you know? Kwa sababu sisi wanawake, we cannot be uplifted just by ourselves. And our men are left behind. It is hakuna balance. And it's bringing a lot of frustration. If we are being lifted, we have to go back in our communities and uplift our men too. Kwa sababu mwanamke hawezi kukua hapa, mwanaume hapa. yani hakuna balance. If we are lifted, we want to be able to also walk, you know, with our men. We also want to lift them up. You understand? Sasa hiyo kazi ndio mie, I try to teach women. I talk to women, I teach them all. I'm like, if you are not looking in this situation of how frustrated the communities are, like between men and women, we are not going anywhere. It's our job. We need to go back in there and work and fix these things, you know? Anyway, I'm talking too much. I don't know if I'm making sense.
But you're making a lot of sense.
Yes.
But the thing here is,
yes,
they have been taught how to play the victim card,
yes,
because that is the winning platform.
yes,
The whole system is designed
yes,
to pick up a woman
yes,
who plays that card.
yes,
And they have figured out, as soon as they get here,
yes,
that for them to cut the line
yes,
and be ahead of the curve,
yes,
they have to morph themselves into victims.
yes,
And then once you become a victim, the system plugs you in into that ecosystem where the women thrive in victimhood.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Lakini unajua hiyo programmation ya wanawake kukua victim, it's a systematic, but yet we also have to look where we come from. Tunapaswa kuangalia mahali tumetokea, right? I always tell people, I say unapaswa kuangalia familia kwenye tunatokea. We as women, especially as African women, right? Yani tuko program from our home, even from our home. Ndani ya nyumba umeshaka kuona mama yako ana agree kama ako wrong. Never. We ukienda kwenye nyumba za Kiafrika, mama yako anakuanga victim from day one to the end of her life. Yeye hafanyangi vibaya. She never offend other people. She doesn't take accountability. Baba yako chundo mubaya. Unaona baba yenu amenifanya hivyo. Mimi familia hiyo baba yenu ananifanya hivyo. Mimi hawanipendangi. Mimi shangazi zenyu wamenifanya hivyo. Mimi. Right? Our own mothers don't take accountability. They play victim cards all their lives. So mama ndio role model. Right? Kwa msichana wote, mama yake ndio role model. So if your mother has never been accountable for anything, hakuna siku tumeona
Where you have learned it from.
hatujaona siku mama yetu anaambia baba yetu, for example, eti baba nimekosea hapa unisamee. Unaona? No, most of African women, they don't grow up in that kind of environment where a mother can humble herself, also to recognize that she did wrong, she have said things wrong, and apologize. Hatujaona hiyo. You understand? So, sisi tunaona tu mama nalia, yeye ndio victim. Baba yenyu amenifanya, baba yenyu amefanya, ndugu za baba zenyu wananitesa, all that kind of stuff. So, we are already programmed like that. Unasikia? When we grow up, then we grow up in our own relationship, and then we come in a society too. Tunakuta society also imesha kutuplanifia already kama sisi tuko tu victim. You understand? So then, it's easy to be a victim. Well, why take accountability if you are given the green light to be victim all your life? You understand? It's easy. So all these things we need to talk to women.
The greatest danger, especially in that upbringing, in the African family setup.
Yes.
The conditioning is there's something wrong with the man all the time.
Yes.
That he does wrong to the woman all the time.
Yes.
And if you don't see it, you have to look for it because it's there.
Yes.
Even when you are wrong, he is the problem.
He is the problem. Yes.
Always.
Yes.
And you hear these phrases all the time. So are you blaming me? So are you saying I'm the one to blame?
Yes.
And women have been taught to say that thing to men.
Yes.
And then when the man hears it, if they are not in their frame, they start questioning themselves.
Yes. Yes.
Why is she asking me if I'm blaming her? And what is the first thing the man does? Be defensive. Say, oh no, I'm not blaming you. Boom. The woman wins. Aha, I got you.
Yes.
So I'm not the problem. You are the problem. If you have admitted you are not blaming me, then what are you doing? You are now blaming yourself.
Yes.
And now the boy, from a very early age, is conditioned to always internalize that he could be wrong,
Yes.
even when he's not sure that he is wrong.
Yes.
And if the woman second guess his status, then he conforms to the questioned status in play. Then he resets back to, I am the one who is wrong.
Yes.
Over and over.
Tumeprogramiwa kabisa. Yes. Yeah. And I realized that long ago. Mimi hiyo kitu I'm just maybe wired differently than most women. So these are things that, I realized way, way long ago, right? And I talk about it and people in my surrounding, like my friends, some of my family members, they understand exactly what I say because I've been saying this forever, right? So, but when I came on social media, women didn't really like what I was saying because they just wanted to be where they are. It's very easy to be where you are, like you to be a victim. And then I teach them. I say, there's no growth, being just sitting in a comfort zone where you are a victim, right? There's no growth.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's a very self-defeating status quo.
If you keep saying to yourself and say, I'm a victim, when are you ever going to learn? When are you ever going to get better? There's no getting better in a victim environment. You know what I mean? Because about what do you need to improve anything in your life? Come on, if you can just be a victim. You see? So who is being damaged? Yani, who is not being helped? It's you. Ni wewe. And then that's why you see a lot of us, like women, now we jump from one relationship to another because we don't take accountability. And then because we don't take accountability, we don't even fix, because exactly, because there's no accountability. That means wewe haujaona kitu mbaya wewe umefanya, right? You never did anything wrong. Because this is a lot of women mindset. Yani because ako victim, that means hajafanyanga kitu mbaya, right? So anaenda kwenye relationship ingine without questioning herself. What is it that I did? What is it that I need to improve? What is it that, like how is my tolerance level? How do I know how my communication skills? All those things. So you don't learn. So you move from one man to another, from relationship to another relationship, and never get better. And all those men, so-called, you call them, oh, they are just terrible people. They are just terrible people. Where to uko victim? At some point, I tell women we need to sit down and we need to be honest, and we need to look at ourselves and fix a lot of things.
But don't you think that when women are wrong, they know they are wrong?
Oh no, we do.
They have been
I'm
handed
a
this
woman.
tool.
I know. We do.
You have been handed this tool.
Yeah.
To escape blame by blaming the guy.
Yes.
I saw a skit one time on X, and it's a Eastern European couple. You can tell they are Eastern European. And the woman is cooking.
Yes.
And then she accidentally puts way too much salt in the food. So what does she do? She takes the salt container. She unscrews it almost to the side part of open.
Okay.
Then she calls the husband. Ask him to help put the salt in. And when husband put the salt in, the whole salt poured.
Yes.
And then she drops the cooking spoon and she just storms out.
Yeah. Blaming.
Now the husband is left believing he is the one who poured salt in the food. She had done it.
Yes.
But because she does not want to admit it, she figures out how to okota this Kenodia here.
Yeah.
By inviting him to participate in the cooking, handing him an unscrewed salt bottle, and then when he tries to pour, everything pours, and now he's like, now you did it. And she stops out. And Kinuthia is left there like, Niki Kiradi na bere ha ha.
You know, I like when you say Kinuthia. Yeah. What I mean, I want to ask you what's Kinuthia means. Like, is it as
This
somebody's
is
name? Is Kinuthia?
this is Andrew Kibe's lingo. He created all this language.
Ah.
You know, he created, you know, the name simp, right?
Uh-huh. Yes.
He created labistic.
Okay.
Somebody who just flows with the wave.
Okay.
He is completely out of his frame.
Okay. Kinuthia.
So now, labistic and simp
Yes.
in Kibe's lingo is Kinuthia.
Oh,
Kinuthia is a Kikuyu name of a man.
okay.
And he picked it and he stuck it. And now Kinuthia, the labistic guy,
Yes.
is always going to be a Kinuthia.
I usually love it when you say Kinuthia. I'm like, that must be probably just like yani kitu yani mwanaume mwenye hana yani akili ama something, you know?
Dio hiyo sasa. Amejisahau completely.
Yes.
He is out of his frame.
Yes.
He can be awkward, which is also another Kibes language. He can be taken out by a 16-year-old girl.
Wow. Kinuthia. Hey. So anyway, coming back to what I was saying, so that's when like I saw your platform, right? Because you know it really goes almost like with what I do, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, perfect. I'm like, this is a nice place where, you know, like, because I mean, like a lot of men calls me, like from my community, like Congolese community, they will call me like, you know, not like inbox or like outside of my shows and what I do, you know, I'll talk to them and then, you know, but I'm like, I'm sure a lot of them will not call me, even if they have issues. But, you know, I think like if men are given a space where there are other men, you know what I mean? Where they can talk about their issues, where they can, you know, listen to other men's opinion too. You know what I mean? Like what you do is great. Yeah. So that's why I kind of like your your platform.
So what are some of the issues that men call you about?
Oh, a lot of things, you know, to be unbelievable, a lot of things. Wewe unajua kama kuna watu wananiita because unajua especially in America, kwa sababu watu wananitanga wengi wako Europe and America, right? And Canada. Men have called me from, I mean, for yani nikikwambia mastori zingine wananiambia. Kuna wanawake wengine wanakuja kwenye marriage. Yani yeye anakuja na idea yake, anatoka nao kwao kwa mama yake, right? Mwanaume akimwambia hiyo story, how they gonna plan their life or marriage or life together, yeye anamwambia ati hapana, mimi mamangu hakujiniambia hivyo. So the man find himself in a marriage with a woman, lakini huyu mwanamke amekuja na my ideas zake kutokea kwa mama yake. For instance, nimepata mwanaume mwingine alikuwa ameniita siku nyingine ameniambia eti wanaishi huku Europe somewhere. They already have 3 kids, okay? Kisha mwanamke anamwambia eti yeye anapenda kuzaa, anataka kuzaa mpaka watoto 5. Yeye amemwambia mwanamke eti no, we can't because our financial, you know, kwenye tunaishi our financial stability, hatuwezi kuchukua watoto 5, you know? We can 3 is enough. Na nimesema I already talked to my wife over and over and we decided that we're going to end up at 3. Mwanamke saizi amekuwa yani anaanza kuinsist wazae tena. So he's telling me and say I try to talk to her but she's telling me kama mamake amemwambia eti azae watoto wake. You know, like
Baba.
Huh? Yes.
Her father.
Her mother. Mama yake amemwambia.
Her mother.
Eti, you know, zaa watoto wako kisi unataka. You know? And the husband is not understanding. How can your mother dictate how many kids we should have? Mama yako hawa support financially, hajue situation yetu tunaishi hapa. Yani kwa nini utafata advice ya mama yako eti mamako anakwambia eti Mungu ndio anapananga watoto. Akikupatia watoto wako za, right? So this man is completely frustrated, you know, because there's nothing he's telling this woman that's getting in his head, you know? So that's one story. Another story. Mwanamume mwingine pia ameniita tu hiyo mambo ya kuzaazaa. Ameniambia eti yeye na mke wake walikuwa wanasema watazaa kama watoto wawili. So but the woman want to continue getting pregnant and she got pregnant. Sasa yeye amemwambia mwanamke eti mbona umebeba tena mimba na tulikuwa tumesema tumemaliza. Mwanamke ameanza kumthreaten, amemwambia eti kama upendi hao watoto ndaambia watoto wangu wote siku wanakuwa wakubwa kama you never wanted them. So now she is threatening the men that when these kids grows up, she's going to tell these kids that your father never wanted you anyway. So now that's the situation he's dealing with. Kuna mwanaume mwingine alikuwa ameniita, alikuwa ameniambia eti yeye na mke wake, yani amesema eti mke wake she's not, well, according to him, that she's very belittle, anamubilittle too much, right? He makes him feel like he's nobody, he's nothing. You know, anamukompea na watu wengine wamekuja huku, how they are doing good, successful and all that kind of stuff. So amesema eti hiyo imeme-affect psychologically that he doesn't feel like when they are intimate, he doesn't feel like he wants her. So he doesn't perform or he doesn't yani hamtaki, right? But ako kwenye marriage. So but what happened is ako na kaafea huku kwenye kazi, kwenye job anakuanga. Anasema huku ana perform very good. Sasa huku nyumbani ha perform.
Allah.
Nakwambia story. Wewe nasikia story. Nimemwambia, you see, psychologically, I guess, you know, I'm not a man, but I understand a little bit of psychology. I'm like, yani mutu mwenye ako, if psychologically you are not there, right? There's no way, you know? And then this is a lot of things that women don't understand, because I've tried to do a show and talk to women on the videos about this. I'm like, you know, iyo ma Bible inyu munenda kusoma. Me, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. I read the Bible, I know what is in there, but I'm not religious. Mimi naambia wanawake, mimi naambia, unajua kwa nini wanawaambianga hiyo Bible yenyu nawaambia eti you need to be submissive. Being submissive, siku hizi wanawake wanaichukua kama iko kama insult, right? Yes. It's because they want you to be sweet and kind and, you know, ukue soft. Because men cannot eat women who are rough. It's very hard for a man to romance a woman who is difficult.
Exactly.
And when they cannot romance you, believe me, because everything works together, you know? If a woman is soft, she's sweet, she's kind, she's nurturing, you know, then guess what? Inapanda mood ingine kwa mwanaume. You understand? So when you guys are combative, kwenye hiyo ma relationship yenyu, munapigana, munaambiana vitu mbaya, all that kind of stuff. That's why these men, they don't want you.
We have a very
hakuna desire, sexual desire inaondoka kwa sababu he feels like he's dealing with another man.
Exactly.
Yes.
We have a very good example.
Yeah.
That we were treated to a drama between a 85-year-old German guy and his wife, his Kikuyu wife. And they are displaying a big show outside their house. Just one moment, let me show you.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you missed it. This one here. Because I'm scared alone.
Sione, iko mbali. Weka huko kidogo.
No, you are.
I cannot see. Sijaona hiyo.
There she goes. So the side chick is there, 22-year-old. Okay. This guy is 85 or something.
Okay.
The Kikuyu woman is,
Yeah.
and then she turns around and say, "Oh, you calling me a monkey? How about this one? They are both Africans."
Okay.
And he said, "No, this one is a quiet, soft woman,
Oh,
not like you, papa, papa, papa."
yes. Yes.
Men settle where there is peace and quiet,
Yes.
even at 85 and from Germany.
Yes. So
The Kikuyu woman could not understand that.
these are things that also, like, I try to kind of like teach women, talk to women about, like, we've been also having a lot of issues because you guys are becoming women are becoming, especially these days, women are becoming very aggressive, not only, I'm not saying only, like, I'm not, because when you talk about aggressivity, people think like it's physical. See, physical only. Even the way we
It's
speak,
it's masculinity.
Yes. Yani namna
Yes.
tunaozungumza, the way we talk to men. Yeah, yani the way we talk even like with our friends. Yani we are so rude. Tunakuwa rude. We are just, yani even when you are rude, si hiyo ni kuchapa mtu kwenye kinywa, ni mdomo, It is
Yes.
even
Yes.
worse. So we are so
Yes.
quick to wound people with our word because
Yeah.
we don't take that as aggressivity. We don't take that as abuse, especially as sisi wa African women. Abuse sisi tunafikiri ni kuchapa tu mtu, kuchapa mtu,
Mhm.
things that people can see, but we can be very abusive. We can be very, very abusive. The way we talk
Yeah.
to men, the way we talk to our men can be very, very abusive, and we don't see that. Yani tunazungumza nao, we break their ego, we disrespect them, we compare them. Yani it's very bad,
A woman's harsh word pierces deeper than a sharp knife.
Yes. Yeah.
That negative thing
Yeah.
that a woman says to a man
Yeah.
or to a child even,
Yes. Yeah.
it lingers for the rest of that boy's life.
Yes. Yes.
It lingers for the rest of that man's life.
Yes.
And people are being broken into marriages
Oh,
because of the harshness
yes.
of the words that come out of the woman's mouth.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unajua
And now,
hiyo ni vitu yenye a lot of time nakwambia sisi mnasema, unajua sisi wa African women, we have a lot of issues and a lot of things that we don't want to face and talk about. And because when we talk about where we come from, a lot of people don't want to face that because a lot of people feel like, oh, you are accusing your home. Yani ama una accuse parents zako and all that kind of stuff. That's not true. It's not because we are accusing. We are just saying that we need to recognize certain things that we were exposed to, things that we are not given, things that we are given, so that we know, like, whatever you are not given, whatever you did not receive, as a grown person, as an adult, you can go look for it yourself and complete yourself.
exactly.
Unajua? Sasa sisi tunasema hapana, sisi we were raised well. That's not true. You cannot be raised well 100%. It is wrong. It's a wrong concept kujiambia eti mimi nime, like I'm enough. That's the way we try to run away from responsibility of becoming better. Unajua? Tunaanza kusema eti, oh no, mimi I was raised well. That's not true. There's no way you can be raised well. Kila mtu kuna mahali kwenye una take, and even certain things that you took from your home, this one you cannot go with. You need to drop it.
Exactly.
Vitu kama ya victimization, me I know that. Mi najua kama I cannot be taking that kwenda nayo maisha yangu. Kila mwanamke mwenye every woman who I've met in my life, in my family, has always been a victim. Me, I knew long ago that that's not what I wanted to take with me in my life. I knew I had to drop that. Okay? Vitu, for example, ya kusema eti I was gonna say like things that mothers are supposed, let's say, to teach daughters, right? Like how to be soft, how to speak with men. Si ndio tu tunaona nyumbani. How does your mother relate to your father? You understand? Yes.
The softness,
Kindness, kindness,
yes.
So
Yes.
those are things that majority of African women didn't see how to relate to a man, you know? So how are you going to take that now? And then mothers don't even teach us. They didn't teach us and say, you know, you got to be soft because this is what appeals to men. This is what makes a man want to be with you. This is what makes a man want to be romantically with you. This is what makes a man want to cuddle with you. You know, you can be rough and want a man to come and cuddle with you. You know, since tunasema wanaume wetu wako romantic. How can a man be romantic with you when you are rough? Yeah.
And most
You are
importantly,
disrespectful.
most importantly, that's what makes a man want to provide.
Yes.
To give you everything you need, to provide for you, to meet you at the point of your needs. Men provide for women who are soft. Men provide for women who are submissive. Now, this world has taught women to go.
Excuse me. I don't know if you can hear the machine.
It's all good. It's
okay,
all good. It's all good.
Yeah, they are cleaning the outside.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, women have been lied to.
Big time.
That they can twist a man into doing everything.
Yes.
But when that man checks out,
yes,
we have seen the catastrophe.
Yes.
When that man says enough is enough,
Yes.
watch the woman. Where is that bravado? Where is that ego?
Yeah.
Where is that pride?
Yeah.
She knows she cannot sustain herself.
Yeah.
Uprooted from the essence of the man.
Yes.
But as long as she can socio-engineer the man to think that you are better off with me, and you cannot get anybody else if you lose me, and there is nothing else you can do about me, diminishing your value and putting you down, then she continue winning.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment men wake up, the moment men wake up, the number one victim is the woman. Because she loses a good man who was willing and able and happy to provide. But in an environment of reciprocation. Reciprocate with softness, with kindness, with tenderness. Not hii gurusumu tumezoea hapa.
Now, unajua wanawake, the way we are programmed and been raised, we are raised to think that we are entitled. You know, unajua, we are entitled. Like, yani, we are deserving. Yani, they just have to give you, mwanaume anapaswa tu kukutumikia, kupatia, all because you are just a woman. That's not true. That is really misprogramming women. You understand? You find women who are just there. Yani mimi naambianga wa Congolese women, because wa Congolese women, they always cry over there. Their husband run away from home, wanaenda kuchukua masaichi kama wanachukua wanawake wengine, then they complain that, oh, those other women amenichukulia mwanamke mwenye hako hata mzuri kama mimi. I'm like, hakuna uzuri yenye inashaka kuweka mwanaume ndani ya nyumba. You understand? Beauty is not a guarantee you're going to keep a man in the house. And that's exactly ndio maana mnasema eti ameenda kuchukua mwanamke mwenye haiko hata mzuri kama wewe. And the community is like, oh, huyu mwanaume ameacha huyu mwanamke mzuri hivi ameenda kuchukua huyu mwanamke mbaya. Nikamwambia mwanamke mbaya kuangi. You understand? That woman who you say that she's not beautiful, the man knows why he's there. Anampatia vitu yenye wewe kumpatia. Softness, kindness, anamuappreciate, anamuadmire. Where you can imagine, there are women, I give them simple example. I say, listen, unaishi na mwanaume, he's a provider. Anaendanga kazini, anakuja, anakupatia, anapana everything, analeta nyumbani, right? How many guys, how many of you, even in your busy schedule lives, you organize, let's say, just a special dinner for your husband. Take your children, take them to your sister's house. Ama wapeleke somewhere where they can sleep over to your friend's house. Si mnakuwa na ma friends hapa. Unasema eti hiyo weekend only me and my husband. Unamumekia meal. If you always cook, that day order. If you always order, that day cook. Do something special, right? Bubble bath, massage, unamumassage. Kuna wanaume wengi wako hapa hawapatangi hata massage. They go to work every day, they provide. They only come, na kikuja mwanamke still complaining. Ana complain. Nasema, these men, they do all these things. You guys don't even show appreciation. Nasema, unajua akipata side chick, Kule hapelekagi mshahara yote. Anapeleka milk, anapeleka grocery once a week. Akifika huku, especially sisi wanawake wa Kikongomani, wanaanza kumuimbia papa nakuja, baba amekuja. Huko amepeleka tu grocery once a week. Wewe analetaka grocery every day. Hakuna siku umesha kumwambia thank you baba, asante for everything you do for us. Kama tuko hivi, mimi na watoto, we are healthy, we are happy is because of you, you provide. I say you don't. So kule kwenye wanamu appreciate, kule ndio ataanza kuwa naenda. Kwa sababu kule apelekanye hata mshahara yoyote, anapeleka tu grocery once a week. Okay? So I'm like, when did we learn, or how did we get here to think that everything is just, yani we are just deserving. They're supposed just to give us, and we don't ever appreciate.
Yeah.
I said, men goes where they are needed, and they stay where they are appreciated.
They are appreciated.
Yes. They go where they need it. They stay where they appreciate it. If you don't appreciate him, he ain't gonna stay with you. He's gonna go find somewhere else. It is a very simple thing to understand. Ukiwaambia hivi wanakuambia, wewe Masahwa, unakuwa encourage hawa wanaume wakuwe bad. I'm like, no, I'm not encouraging. I'm being logic. I'm teaching you logic thing. You know? Unfortunately, we have been programmed like that we are, we are just men are just supposed to work for us. They're just supposed to bring things for us. So now when you tell women to give back or to say thank you, wanafikiri sasa wewe hapa unaanza ku encourage wanaume kwa wako kichwa nguvu.
Atafura kichwa.
Yes.
Yeah, they will get a big head.
Yeah. But at the same time, kuna mwanamke mwingine atamu appreciate. Do you understand that? Ngoja, unajua mimi nakuanga hapa kwenye Facebook, right? There's a lot of guys, because a lot of guys are on my platform because they like what I say, and some of them write me things they want me to talk about. And kuna wakaka wengine, me I encourage fitness because I work out, and like physical health, kukula vizuri, kufanya exercise and all that kind of stuff. So I'm always there trying to encourage people, go out, work out. Even with men, I teach men about like, a lot of you who are dealing with sexuality, go work out. You know what I mean? Enda kufanya mazoezi, let the what you call it, blood flows in your system and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So some men, when they start working out, so they start, some men I see on my page, then they start posting that they are working out and all that kind of stuff. Yani ukienda tu unamwambia hapo, unamwambia, hey kaka, umeanza ku work out, you look good, lose weight, anakuja kwenye inbox. Unaona mimi hakuna mtu ananipatianga compliment, mimi mke wangu hata kama nimefanya aje, kwanza hivi work out, lose weight, hata hajaniambia, all that kind of stuff. So me, I tell women, I say, listen, some of you are not very smart women because, Nambia, do you understand? Even we, when we are here on Facebook, our ni mandugu zetu we have on Facebook for a long time. And a lot of them I consider like my brothers. Yani, nikimpatia tu, a lot of these men here, when you give them compliments, they follow you in inbox. Because hawapatangi compliments. You understand? Yeah. I said, do you understand? Yeah. There's a lot of vicious women out here. And they can tell men who are vulnerable because hawa naume hawampatie compliment. Ukishampatia compliment anakufuata kwenye inbox. Guess what? Hiyo inakuwa a private conversation, right? And those women some women can target men out here. They can target and see which men here are weak. No, we know what men are weak out here. We can tell. Huyu anataka compliment. Huyu apatangi compliment. Huyu nikimwambia tu hiyo compliment, that's it for him. Do you know wanaweza kuiba mwanaume hapo tu hivyo tu na compliment. I tell these women, I say, do you know, if I tell these brothers here, I say, oh, you are looking good, have you been working out? Wanakuja wananifuata kwenye inbox.
They have never been validated in their life.
Never.
Yeah.
Yani hata kama nafanya effort and lose weight, mke hampatia ta compliment, encourage, hamwambia ate kama you are doing good, keep doing it, you looking good. Hata kumupost kwenye page yake kusema ati my man has been working hard, I'm proud of him. Nothing, kaka. Nothing.
Lakini hata kwa pande hiyo
Yes.
ingine, on the other side of the
Yeah.
in the area now of physical health
Yeah.
and keeping fit.
Yeah.
Naturally,
Yeah.
women stay fit
Mm-hmm.
so that they can attract the right man.
Right.
Women stay fit
Mm-hmm.
so that they can keep a good man.
Mm-hmm.
But if a woman can figure out how to dominate
Mm-hmm.
the man,
Mm-hmm.
she no longer have to work for herself,
Yeah.
on herself.
Mm-hmm.
Because now she can dominate the man so that she does not have to put any effort
Mm-hmm.
to keep the man.
Yes.
And now in your community,
Mm-hmm.
and correct me if I'm wrong,
Yes.
Congolese women are very on the hippo side because they don't work on themselves, because they have figured a way
Yes.
to dominate the man.
Yes.
They no longer have to work on themselves to keep a good man.
Yes.
If they can dominate him,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have to look good.
Yes.
They don't have to look attractive,
Yes.
because the man is providing everything
Yes.
without her ever making any effort to look good for him.
Exactly.
And you only wear those traditional wears when you're going
Yes.
to
Yo
events
mabubu
to be
bubu.
seen,
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to be seen. But at home, the woman is just there.
Yes. Yes.
And now that guy, when he starts working on
Yeah.
himself, and younger, fitter, feminine,
Yeah.
softer
Yeah.
women appreciate him,
Yes.
he's naturally going to get drawn into that,
Yes. Yes.
as he should.
Yes. And unajua nini? Kwa sababu, and I realized that, especially like in my community, wanawake, like, it's very funny because, I'm from Congo, but I've evolved around many different communities, right? Like
Yeah.
I lived in Kenya, over here in the States, majority of my friends are Tanzanian, Kenyan, and Ghana, so in Cameroon. So I'm pretty much in a very diverse community. So what
Are you leaving Nigerians out of the equation on purpose?
Yes, I do. Yes. Wanawake wa Nigerian, they are too aggressive for me. Sitawezana na watu. And they know it. I tell them. I said, nah, I can't deal with that stuff. Yeah. Too loud, too aggressive for me. Yeah. I'm not very aggressive as a friend. And it's funny because
Yeah.
I talk like I do videos and I talk, but in real life when people meet me, they're like, but how come you don't talk? I'm like, I'm not really, I really, in real life I'm not like, I don't have this much energy. You see what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
very quiet and
Yeah.
soft and
Yeah.
very peaceful. So Nigerian
I know
women.
exactly. I know exactly what you mean. I have been accused of the same.
Oh, okay. Yes. So wanawake wa Congolese, right? They just have a lot of I think a lot of women from Congo deal with a lot of trauma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Childhood trauma, right?
And it's also briefly, it's also the history of where they came from. It's also the reason they are here.
Yes.
Majority of them
Yeah.
are victims of strife and civil war
Yes.
and instabilities
Yes.
and chaos and wars
Yeah.
and disability and displacements.
Yes.
So yeah, we can understand the origin of
a lot of trauma. Not only
Yeah.
war. Yeah, war has contributed to that. But also, like, I grew up in Congo when there was no war. I can tell, like, because I understand a lot of psychology now. I can understand the setting of how society is based in Congo. I can understand a lot of trauma, right? Wanawake wengi wametokea Congo, they have a lot of childhood trauma because families, a lot of families are broken in Congo. Watu wengi wametoka kwenye broken families, right? Just because you see a family doesn't mean it's healthy. You understand? Structure ya family, baba, mama, watoto, and in Africa tunaishi watu wengi ndani ya nyumba moja, aunties, cousin, everybody else. But it's a lot of dysfunction in those sector of families, right? So a lot of kids grow up with a lot of trauma, and then they don't know how to express this trauma. They don't even know it was trauma. You understand?
Exactly.
Yani
Yeah.
sasa, because of trauma, and a lot of wamama wengi, they have sent their children through churches. Wanawatuma kwenye ma church. So instead of like kuangalia why we don't feel like this, why we behave like this, where this kind of behavior comes. So what yote wanaenda sasa kuachia Mungu. Mungu ndio atafanya, right? Twende tu kusali, Mungu atafanya, Mungu atafanya. So you find a lot of women in Congo, they are in church. They are just over there in church. They are just wanangoja Mungu atafanya. They are not improving themselves. They are not educating themselves to see how they can do better for their children, how they can do better in their community. Nothing. Yani yote ni Mungu tu ndio atafanya, right?
Yeah.
So, and because if you are not treating the root of your problems, right? So unatoka church, unasema huku, so utarudi nyumbani utakuja tukukuta hiyo problem na kungoja. Because the problem never really goes away, right? Whatever you are dealing with is not going to disappear because you went to pray. No. It is going to still there waiting for you. So when they come home, they find the same problem they've been running away from is still there waiting. And they still don't have the tools or how to deal with their problems. So now they get into food. They hide into food. Wanakula. Congolese women eat. Yani wanakula. They do cook, eat. Cook, eat, right? So wana gain weight, wanakuwa wanono, wanavimba, wanafura. Yani iko kama self-sabotage, right? It's for some reason. I've tried to talk. I've done so many shows. I talk to women. I try to encourage all these things. Yani, I think the problems are so deeper than they need probably just to be talked to every day, right? Whatever. So,
Aya, tumerudi.
Oh man, we're having such a great conversation. I didn't even realize it was already an hour.
We did a whole hour.
Great.
So nikurudisha nyuma, you were telling me about the culture of the Congolese women.
Yes.
Of eating and eating at home, and then they get big.
Yes.
Now continue from there.
A lot of women, especially African women, right? Because we have been orientated to go into more religious instead of, understanding also psychology and behavior, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we really don't understand that we also hide behavior and pain and stuff behind food, and certain behavior can really tell where we are psychologically, mentally, emotionally, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of African women, especially in the Congolese community, so their psychology issues and trauma and all that kind of stuff. So they hide it into behavior, and one of the behavior is the way they eat. Okay. So wanakula tu, yani Congolese women wewe. Unajua mimi, I have had so many issues with Congolese women, because even when you go like to a let's say a social event, like community social event, yani unakutana wanawake wanakaa yani, anyway, let me just tell you this story. Wanawake wanakaa together, which in most African communities, if you go to an event, matanga, something, utakuta wanawake wanakaa mahali yao, wanaume pia wanakaa mahali yao, right? So in Congolese community, nikienda huku matanga or anything, sinakuta wanawake wanakaa huku kitchen, wanaume wanakaa huku living area, room, right? So wanawake wanakaa huku, yani kaka, wanazungumza tu mambo ya chakula. They don't talk about nothing else. Food. Where do you buy this? Who is selling this? Who is cooking this? What? Yani nakaa hapa 2-3 hours. There's no constructive talk. There's nothing to elevate us. It's just cook, food. Right? Uh-huh. Then most of the time I used to sit there and then I'll be like, no way, I cannot sit here just listening to these women who are already like damaging you can see how physically they are damaged because of food. All they're talking about is just food. Then I will leave and I'll go sit in the living room where the men's are. Because over there, yani conversation yao in a vary. They talk about politics, they talk about, what is going on in the world and stuff like that. Sasa, mimi nikaanza kukuwa na conflict na wanawake kwa sababu I cannot sit listening to you guys, which I know psychologically where you are. You have damaged yourself. I can tell how big you have gotten because of eating. You don't even understand that this is an issue. To sit there listening to you talking about food for 3 hours while I can go sit with men who have more constructive conversation. So when I move, I go to the living room, they get upset. Oh, Masahwa anaenda huku anataka kuseduce wanaume wetu. Anaenda kukana wanaume. You see? I'm like, no. I just like the conversation better over here. Where I can learn 1 or 2 things than sitting with you guys who are only talking about food for hours and hours. You see? So anyway, that's just to tell you how terrible this is like in our community where women through trauma, they don't know how to deal with their emotional issues, psychological issue, they run into food. And because wana cut ndani ya hiyo food, so the men who are living with them, they become also their victim because akisha kupiga hiyo chakula zake maugali, masombe kama inaitwa pondu, wanakula. So both of them gain weight. So wakisha kugain weight wawili, yani unakutana watu wawili wako kama 2 sandwiches burritos. Mwanaume pata hapa, bibi pata hapa, out of shape, they can do shit, right? So then the woman really started bullying the guy, saying that, oh, you don't perform sexually, unachoka, you can't even stand, and all. Yani, don't you see how you are feeding this guy? You feed him poison. Unamukulisha hiyo chakula yote ananona, and he can't perform. You understand? Because with all that kind of stuff come laziness, come high blood pressure, come diabetes, which is an issue with sexuality with men, right? A woman doesn't have to struggle that much sexuality. Mwanamke si ni tundu tu. Mwanaume, he have to be psychologically and physically fit for him to perform. It's a totally different ball game, right? So sasa na yeye uko mnono. So you want a man to perform sexually with you, wewe uko mnono hivyo, atakupeleka namna gani? Atakubeba. You are heavy. Yani it's a ball of problems, right? So now you are complaining, and then now you are telling all your friends, unaenda kwenye church, unaanza kuambia pastor, kama mwanaume wako, he's not performing. Do you understand that these Congolese women, they go to church to tell the pastor that their husband performance in bed has lower or is not existent? They go tell pastor. Ndio maana unaona wa Congolese pastor wote wanalala na wamke wa watu. Pastors are sleeping with people's wives because wives goes to church to tell their pastor their bedroom problems. Which they have been part of it because they are feeding these men bad food.
Is it happening in the Western world or back in Congo, man?
Or even here, mama pastor hapa. Yani wameharibu community, wanalala na people's wives like crazy. Yes.
Are they hiring new pastors?
If you unajua Congolese women, psychologically women are so damaged, they will take anybody as a pastor as long as unasema tu in the name of Jesus. Unakuja tu hapa unawaambia ma story. Yani there's so much stuff going on in this community. So now they don't realize that they have been contributing in degradation of this men's health by feeding them the way they are feeding themselves, right?
Yeah.
So when I do all this, my shows, and then I talk about these things, then I tell these men, I say, listen, you becoming a joke of town because even the pastors, mwanamke wako anakupeleka kwenye hiyo church, same church where she have told the pastor that your sexual performance is not good. So everybody in that church knows your story because pastor naye ataambia watu wengine. Kisha pastor anaanza kulala mke wako, right? I'm like, you're becoming the joke of communities and society. You guys need to take your own health your health in your own hands. Figure out how you can work out. Let's say maybe you can really run away from what your wife cook. Go to the gym. When you come out of work, go walk, run, do something, to keep yourself fit. So when I give them this advice, and some of them really, they want the best for themselves. They want to work out and all that kind of stuff. And then when they start losing weight, as I was saying, and then I'll give them a compliment. I say, hey, Kaka, are you working out? Are you losing weight? You're doing good. So then they come telling me that, oh, nobody's giving me a compliment. You know why? Because the woman who you're living with doesn't want you to look good. Because mwenyewe she doesn't look good. So she doesn't want you to look good because anajua kama utaanza kuattract wengine. So self sabotage anajifanyia na yeye nyi wote mubaki kwenye hiyo environment yenye nobody is attractive, so we're staying together.
Yes.
And then
she already has you.
And then
so she doesn't care because she already has you.
She has destroyed your health. She's gonna make you feel like you are shit. So no other woman will want you out there because your sexuality doesn't perform well. You are big, you are fat, you don't do you get tired easily and all that kind of stuff. She doesn't want the best for you. She wants you exactly where she wants you. Physically, psychologically, emotionally. So you will be her slave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. It is very sad, but it is what it is. So when these men, I give them some compliment, just try to push them to get better, or to do better and stuff like that. Oh, wanafurahi, because their wives is not going to give them that compliment because she definitely doesn't want him to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if he gets better, he may know better and move on or go somewhere else. So she ain't trying to encourage him.
So when they come and confess to you that they are getting Obono on the side,
yeah,
what do you say to them?
You know, I mean, like, what can I say? He's just telling me what he does. I cannot encourage or discourage. If he find himself, hey, mwenzangu, kama anaona kama inamfurahisha, fanya vitu yako. That's on you. Because I cannot tell you, listen, I cannot tell you to keep trying with a woman who psychologically you are blocked. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because for you to become better at your home or perform sexually better at home, your wife have to understand that she's a part of that problem, psychologically, mentally, emotionally for you, right? So if she doesn't understand that and she's still doing the same thing, how are you going to perform at home? You understand? So
you listen and you don't judge.
I just listen, I don't judge. I cannot judge.
So are there issues, and I know this is very common with Cameroonians, Nigerians, and Ghanaians, and Kenyans.
Mm-hmm.
Kenyans are on the top of that list.
Yes.
Of Kenyan women setting their men into the immigration for them to get deported so that they are left with this freedom.
Yes.
Nigerians do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we see a lot of criminal violence charges against Nigerian men, because they have been pushed to the wall to a point that they have given up. There was a story, a very big story, of a pastor guy who shows up in a house with this woman. I have that video somewhere. And the woman's brother is there. A big, large guy. This little pastor guy is a small guy. And he is telling the wife, they have restraining orders already or something like that. And this guy, when he's walking out, he looks at the brother-in-law and say, if I don't do something to you, then I am not who I say I am. 1 week later, he is in the news. He picked up a gun.
I think I saw that thing. Yeah, I've seen that.
He went where the woman worked at a bank.
Yes.
And waited for her to arrive, and he shot.
Yeah. I think I saw that story. I saw that story.
Kenyans recently, right? Yeah, an hour away from me in Killeen, Killeen, Texas, by the army big camp. Yeah. Another Kenyan did exactly the same thing. His wife was cheating on him. They went to a party, and in a Kenyan party, these useless gatherings of Kenyans that I detest. They went in there in a Kenyan party, and the woman was fucked in that party house. She was having sexual activity in that? Yes, inside that party. Are you serious? She had drugged the man too. Are you serious? Wow. Damn. The next day, the guy picked up a guy. Jesus. And fucked her. Now he is in jail. Well, prison. Yeah. So do you fight the similar cases with the women?
Yes, similar cases, but not to that extreme, in a sense that there's a lot of there's a lot of awakening in my community, in the Congolese community, even if they resent the awakening and the messages that we always out there giving. They understand at least a little bit, so we haven't get to that extreme yet, right? We are in a place where yes, there are a lot of separation in couples because of of greed, especially like in Europe, not here as much. In Europe, there's a lot of separation between men and women, where women are kicking men out of the house because Europe, they pay them money. When you have kids, young kids, the government they really pay them. See, where there's a little bit food stamp here and there, in Europe, over there in Canada, there's a whole system that is like supporting single mothers, right? So those women are much, I guess they are much more seduced to go into the system than to be with men. So they don't want to live with men. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but here in the United States, it's not as much as the way we see it in Canada and the way we see it in Europe, right?
Yeah.
So, but I think it's all about educational, right? Because I teach a lot of women, especially in my community, I teach them about like understanding the system. Ukisha kufika hapa, right? Which I really think even the church should take in this role of teaching people, because these women they're the ones that fill the churches, right? Wana jaza yo my church, right? So if the church can also help by trying to make women understand the system when these women comes here, right? Because if these women come here and they don't understand the system, they will be doing the same thing. Yani expose wanaume, kuwafukuza, kuitika hiyo ma seductive system ya kuchukua help ya government and all that kind of stuff, right? But if they knew the history, and they knew how the system functioned, I think they will make different choices and different decisions, right? I teach a lot of Congolese women about like the William Lynch. I don't know if you knew the William Lynch letter.
No.
William Lynch was a slave master in the West Indies, right? In the 1712, wa America hapa wakamuinvite akuje because they realized that slaves here started revolting. Wanataka kujiliberate, right? In the West Virginia. Waka compare how he was doing in the West Indies. Wakaona kama his slaves were much more they were pretty much free, but they were wana operate kama slave, right? So they wanted to know yani kitu gani yeye alifanya huku ndio hao slave wake waendelee na obey, right? So they can still performing like slave even if they thought they were almost like free, right? Wakamuinvite hapa West Virginia akuje kufunza wenzake wa slave master how to keep their slave in check, in order. So William Lynch auliwapatia, this thing is on Google. You can Google the William Lynch letter. I'm on Google the William Lynch speech. A lot of people have talked about it, right? So William Lynch alikuwa amewapatia program, what to do, what program to incorporate so that your slave can still behave, right? In French, there's a book even in French they call Cassage du Nègre, right? Making of a slave. I think it's in English it's called Making of a Slave by William Lynch. So among programs zake, the woman was really targeted. And this is what the black women don't understand, right? The black woman was targeted. He told this slave master that if you want to keep these people in check, you need to traumatize the black woman, right? Traumatize, because once she's traumatized, once we work hard on her, we traumatize her, she is going to make slave for us, voluntary slave. Yani kwa sababu aliwapatia program, anamwambia eti unajua when you are on a plantation, the most masculine slave, right? Huyo slave mwenye watu wote wana respect, all the slave respect, right? That one day, take him out, call all the slaves, the little slaves that respect that one, right? Bring all those little slaves, bring his wife and his kids. Tie him like on a horse. Mguu moja huku, mguu ingine huku. Beat him up until he's almost passed out to die. Then tie him on a horse and beat the horse. Acha horse iende huku, ingine iende huku, so the horse should tear him out, right? In front of the other slaves and in front of his wife and kids, and say, guess what? You've done all the work. Because now the wife is so traumatized, she does not want the same treatment for her children.
Happened to her husband.
Yes, for her children. She's going to teach her children to obey and respect forever. You understand? So this is how the system has, these people, they have incorporated this in the system. That's why you see, they usually kill the people who we call our revolutionary, right? Sankara, Lumumba. That means that's the stronger slave, right? That's the men who try to revolutionary these people. We're going to kill them to prove to these little ones that if they try to do the same thing, we're going to kill all of the same thing, right? So the system hasn't really changed. It's still the same, but the time have changed how they are operating about killing. They bark. They used to call them, I think, the male bark slaves, right? So, and then another thing he told the people that he was teaching about how to keep these slaves in check, and said, get the woman and make the woman believe that we are her savior. We give her, tutakuwa nampatia. Kwa sababu tukianza kumpatia mwanamke, ataona kama husband yake iko useless, and she will lose respect for him. And once she lose respect for him, she will respect us and she will work for us and she will do everything we want her to do. You understand? So leo kwenye hiyo system, how did they incorporate that system today? Wanaleta hiyo welfare, wanaleta vitu ya kusaidia wanawake. Kwa sababu if the government can come and oppress your men and give you, utarespect your government kushinda mume wako.
Exactly.
Yeah, because sasa yeye anakaa hapa, sio unaona sasa yuko useless. And the system makes sure they make it very, very difficult for a lot of black men to succeed, because they have to control you like that. They have to control the women. Once they're controlling the women, they are doing the job. Because it is very easy. Any predatory system targets first women. Once they get women, they know that they get the whole community. Gizi sisi wetu wausi, wakisha tu kujua kama wamesha kushika wanawake. That's it. And the system have done that. Unajua mimi naambianga wanawake hivi, mimi nasema, you know, you people who go to read all these Bibles, munaenda kwenye church and you don't even get nothing. You don't even get nothing. I say, you know, let's go back to this paradise that the Bible has created for you. I say, when God created Adam and Eve, they were in the garden. Sazile Satan alikuja kudanganya huyu Eve. You mean to tell me he did not see Adam? Si alionanga Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he go to Eve? Because he knew that the one that can destroy the whole garden was Eve. Kwa sababu ukidestroy mwanamke una destroy society. Ukidestroy mwanamke una destroy jamaa. Ukidestroy mama una any system, anybody who want to destroy people have to target the woman. Ukitaka kudestroy mwanaume, target his wife. Ukitaka kudestroy mama, familia, target mama yao. Ukidestroy mama una destroy watoto, una destroy baba. Ukitaka kudestroy community, target the women. Once you get the women, the community is destroyed. That's it. So when the devil came in the garden, si ati hakuona Adam, alimuona Adam. Lakini alijua kama Akifatana na huyu Adam hataweza kudestroy the whole community. Kwa sababu angalia hata kwenye mafamilia. Tunaonanga, mimi naambianga wanawake, mimi nasema you have to even to look in the families. Ukikuwa na baba mlevi ama na mama mlevi, mama ndio ana destroy kushinda baba. Kwa sababu kama uko na baba mlevi na mama ako very solid, ako strong, hiyo family itaendelea na watoto watakuwa fine. You understand? If she's very focused and she's very solid, yani watoto watakuwa okay. Lakini ukikuwa na mama mlevi, mama mwenye hako stable, that's it, everybody is gonna be destroyed. Na baba na watoto, everybody. There's nothing gonna be left there. You understand? So what women have to understand that. Once our women start understanding that, they will be more equipped, they will have more tools to learn how to deal with our community, their men, their husband, and their system. Because the system is real to destroy the black family. If you go to YouTube, you will find these documentaries that were done in the 1950s or 50s, I think. The disparation of black family, they vanished black families. Mm-hmm. You have to watch those documentaries to understand how the system, they did have to bring the system of welfare. And when this system came, they were telling these women and say, if you want welfare, the men have to be outside of the house. Yes. That means kutoa mwanaume. So now when you think when the system want to remove a man, is it because they want the best thing for you? No. Because the woman is easily seduced with money. With easy life. Provision, yes. Right? She's easily seduced with that. Lakini haone consequences. Because once the man is gone, hata kama unasema huyu baba iko useless. He may be useless to you, but he may not be useless to his children. Because baba kikuwa ndani ya nyumba, watoto they still respect, they still discipline. You understand? Huyu mwanaume akikuwa useless, hata kama iko useless man, for you, yes. Lakini to his children, he's still useful. Because of him, hata kama you don't like him anymore, but he knows how to straighten up his kids. Anajua kuwarudisha kwenye line. You understand? So the system understands that the men have to be removed. Once the man is removed, guess what? Mama hajui kuchunga watoto, especially wanaume. A woman cannot raise a man. You understand? Wanajua sasa watoto wanaume, sasa mama si anamebaki. Sasa mama si amebaki, utaniambia huyu mama kama ako young atapata maboyfriend wengine. Si ataanza kutafuta mabwana wengine. Yeah. Akianza kutafuta mabwana wengine, guess what? Mabwana wanakuja, kila mtu anakuja na behavior yake, wengine wanakuja wanamabuse, wanamchapa. Children are watching. And if these are boys, quickly they're going to start thinking, it's a survival thing. They're going to start thinking how they're going to start protecting their mother. Because they are young, they don't think beyond what their age. They're going to start thinking that, now we are the men of the house, we have to protect our mother, right? Especially if she's being physically abused, emotionally abused by these other men who are not their father, right? So what happened? These men, these little boys started want to become like the men of the house before their age. And most of the time, what do? They get into violence. Wanaanza kupigana huku nje, they react at school, wanapigana kwenye school, they become very angry children, they go out there, they want to become like big boys, they want to support their mother, they go out there, they sell drugs and stuff like that. They want to become the provider, the men that their mother doesn't have. Yeah. Guess what? Who is out there waiting for them? The system, the same system that took their father out of the house. Inawangoja hapa nje. Police yako hapa, blah, blah, blah. Before you know it, they are juvenile, but they're in jail. They are facing all this kind of problem out here. Now, wakishanja kuface your kind of problem, when they're back in the society, ama kama they were arrested, they are back in the society, which is a case in America today. Wanakuja hapa, they already have a case. Let them go find a job now. Everywhere, wanakuuliza, have you been in jail before? Una fill your application. If you've been in jail before, sometimes they don't even know why you are there. You're already disqualified. So they have the weekend men. Now they're empowering women. Okay? Sending women to college, making sure women are getting all the advantages and privilege, and their men are where? Staying back down there. They have criminal record because they had no father. They had all these kind of problems, right? So who is there to teach our women about how this system is working? No one. No one. So, and if we don't know, we're just gonna do what it is there for us to do. But if we are woke, we'll understand and we'll know how to navigate the system. You see?
The same thing that you have said. The whole cycle of the William Lynch's program.
Yes.
It's what has been applied by the corporate world all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Empower the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Put a woman in a situation where she no longer needs the man.
Mm-hmm.
Then eliminate the man from the equation.
Yeah.
And then, oftentimes, she's going to raise children without the man.
Yeah.
And the children are going to turn exactly the way you just described.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's a whole system. It's a whole
you
system.
Say it
it's a whole
was
program.
1726? That's when they invited
1712, when William Lynch was invited in Virginia, West Virginia.
It's working today on the modern woman in the corporate world.
It does. It does work. It's still working until today. You know? So
I don't need a man.
No. Yeah, you don't need a man. You have a system. System is here to protect you. System is your new husband. But at the same time, you still need men who are coming in and out of your life because you don't need a man anyway, right? You don't need a man. They don't want to keep a man, a stable man. So that means you don't need a man. You had a baby daddy, but guess what? Now you're going to have different men coming in and out of your life because you don't need a man anyway. You just need a man maybe to satisfy you sexually, right?
Yeah.
But not for the structure, for the discipline, to cover you as a protector. You don't want that because your provider and your protector is the system. You don't respect a man no more. Women, yes.
Where that program was successful in America in the 18th century, it's been applied in every black man's country.
Yes.
South Africa is falling apart because of the same system.
Yes.
Kenya is up on the list.
Yeah.
Nigeria. All these systems have been manipulated.
Yeah.
And the women have been made to believe that they do not need a man
Yeah.
because the corporate world is their husband, is their provider.
Yeah.
The system is the provider.
Yes. And guess what? It's funny enough because your mentality, I don't need a man. If you look very deeply, it's only us with black women. We haven't understood because unajua nini? Like I said, a predatory system in a passion it breaks a home, right? Because if you have break home, that's how they're able to catch their prey, right? So ukiangalia kwenye ma communities zingine, right? Just look in other communities. Tell me what other community really praise this our behavior, like the single mothers, independent women. I don't need a man. Nobody else, just black women.
I keep saying women. There is no other race in this planet that uses the following sentence.
No.
Strong, independent woman. It's always strong, independent black woman.
Yes.
There is no strong, independent Asian woman.
No.
There is no strong, independent Russian woman.
None.
There is no strong, independent white woman.
No.
Just the black woman.
Just the black woman. Yep. Because we have bought into this manipulation and seduction. Because yani watu wanajua kama black woman is the only woman who can buy things easily. Wanawake weusi hatuna akili nyingi. I'm sorry kama watu watafata hiyo video.
They have decided their natural beautiful hair for some synthetic hair or some dead hair from Bangladesh. And they are taking pride in the price of these wigs and hair pieces.
Hatuna akili nyingi. Nakwambia ukweli kakangu. Because I've tried to understand the psychology of a black woman and I try to compare with other race. Hapana tu wazungu, hata ma Asian, Chinese, au watu wengine wa different places. I think it's a black woman problem because ukiangalia black woman, akue Africa, akue America, akue Jamaica, yani the same mentality had to change. It is the same thing. So now, once in a while, I ask myself, I say, yani ni kama sisi tuko less intelligent. I don't know what it is. I don't know if we are just into, we are people who they can sell and we are able to buy anything. You could believe anything. Unajua mimi nasemanga hivi, me I've told people this, Africans. I say, if I had any chance or any power in African countries, women will be under a program for national security. I will put them there. Because wanawake, women are, they can, people who, enemies zenyu wanaweza use your women for war. You understand? Because ukisha destroy wanawake, una destroy. War, watu wapigani tu war ya masasi. Unasikia? Eti bullet. No. Yeah. War inaweza pia kukua watu wanajua kuleta program ya kudestroy wanawake wenye. Na wakisha kudestroy wanawake watajua kama wanawake watadestroy the society. And the society is going to become weak. So, hiyo magovernment zetu ya Kiafrika, waje kufikiria namna gani watakuwa wanakataza vitu vingine kwa na kuja huku kwetu. Women empowerment, March 8, sijui nini na nini. Hiyo ni ujinga hiyo. Ila watu wabaki na system yao. Sisi hiyo mambo si yetu. Before we get there, before we start even buying into some program, we need to teach and empower our own women first in our own ways, in our own culture and ways and tradition before we open them to other things. Otherwise, it has been a chaos. Yani, sunaona watu wengine, Chinese, wa Arab, they have blocked hiyo maprogram ya wazungu, hawataki.
Kabisa.
They don't want it because they know it's a destructive programs. Inakuya kuharibu. They want to keep their women the way they are. They want to keep their culture. It has been working for them. Why change? Why change? Na wao wanaangalia gisi imekuja kudestroy wa Afrika. Wametuletea mavitu hapa, tuna accept. Wanatuletea maprogram ya wanawake, tuna accept. We can't let anybody just feed our women anything. And that has been such a mistake. Kwa government zetu na ma leaders zetu waitike kila mtu akuje kufeed ma programs zao kwa wanawake wetu. Now look what we have created. Africa of women that are confused. Yani wako confused mpaka they don't even accept their own identity. Wanataka wig every day. Wanataka ma blue eyes. Wanataka, yani unaona mtu anajiweka hapa unafikiri unasema, yani this is a problem, Sometimes I look at some women, like African women, I mean, sisi wote tunapendanga makeup, sometimes once in a while and stuff like that. Lakini unaona mtu kabisa hiyo, yani ni kama ana deny identity yake yote. Hajitaki, anajideny. Hiyo yote ni kwa sababu overexposure. Wametuletea vitu na we have weak leaderships, weak leaders who cannot stand and say no. You know? No to certain things.
You know, the thing that surprises me the most about Africans, black people all over the world. And now it's a catastrophic phenomenon in Kenya. How we are so easy to adapt other people's accents.
Yeah.
There is this pride in speaking an American accent, and you have never left Kenya.
Yes, it's an identity crisis.
You take pride that you don't even speak your mother's language.
Can you imagine?
There is pride in that.
Yeah.
And then you go beyond that and you start shaming people who are staying in their language. But you don't have a problem with Cristiano Ronaldo still keeping his accent.
Exactly.
From where he come from. When Cristiano Ronaldo is speaking on CNN with Piers Morgan, you understand everything. But when a fellow African speaking their own native at UN or any other international arena, you find something wrong with that.
Yes.
That level of self-hate.
It is.
it has never stopped bothering me.
Yeah.
People don't have a problem with Macron speaking with a French accent. People don't have a problem with Putin speaking with a Asian accent. People don't have a problem with anybody else keeping their accent while speaking a foreign language that is English. But Africans,
it's okay.
Their pride is mastering a foreign language and completely discarding their essence.
Yeah.
Their pride is not teaching their children their own mother's language. Oh, watoto wangu wanasikiaga Kikuyu lakini hawezi ongea. Mimi nasikiaga Kiswahili lakini siwezi ongea. And then you find the corporate world,
yes,
in Kenya specifically, is bringing these women, young men that have adapted a foreign accent as the front people to read the news. China looked at that nonsense and they said, no, nobody is going to appear on our TV screens who does not amplify our culture and our way of life.
Yes.
We don't want this nonsense from the Western world.
Yeah.
But in Kenya, oh, you cannot tell where anybody is from.
Yeah.
Because now there is pride in denying your identity. Oh, we are tribalist. How can a human being be tribalist?
Exactly.
Europe was fragmented into small countries because of the pride of their culture, of the pride of their tribes. That's why Europe is fragmented into countries, because they wanted to keep their essence, their ways of life.
Yes. Yeah.
But in Africa, everything foreign, bring it to us. We will cut our beautiful afros and put on some dead hair from southeastern India and Bangladesh.
Yes.
It has never stopped amazing me.
And it's funny because
how low Africans can go.
No, you just said something that like there was a video that was trending not long ago. It's been trending maybe for a few years, but they keep rebringing the video on social media. It's about like the psychology of young girls, how like probably like under 10, and they walikuwa wanaonesha group ya watoto weusi, black girls and white girls, right? And wanawapatia 2 dolls, and there's a black doll and a white doll. I don't know if you've seen that video. Sasa wanauliza,
I saw it when the black kid was like 3 years old.
Yes, they are telling them to pick up the beautiful doll and to pick up the ugly doll, and which doll is nice, which doll is bad. Guess what? All the children, include white and black, they all picked up the most beautiful doll was the white one, and the ugly one was the black one. Even the black children did that, right? So, and then people were just saying that, oh, this is very bad. I don't know what it is. I say, let me tell you something. For black children, I say, you see, white children, when I prepare, they tell them, wanaonesha hiyo ma stories of Cinderella, they know the princess, all the princesses are white. It's programmation, our program. All the princesses are white. Naambia, unajua kwenye hiyo ma movie yao wanafanyia. See, them themselves, they make those movies, right? Naambia, ungiona the villain in all these movies, ya ma princess, they're always dark skinned, they're always wearing dark clothes. I say it's programmation of young mind. Naambia, sasa sisi weusi, wapi ma movies zetu za ma princess? So because we also want to program our children to show them that they are beautiful, right? Watoto wetu tunawaweka kwenye movie, wanaangalia movie, princess anakuanga tu mzungu, right? So when would they ever get to appreciate themselves as they're also princesses, right? On top of that, we grew up in home where our mothers wana worship Mary, mama yake na Yesu, ana blue eyes, blonde hair, light skin. Everywhere kama kuna ma-Christian, utakutana kwa hiyo nyumba kuna hiyo statue ya Maria, Mama Maria. Mama yenyu anaendanga hapa kila siku, anaenda chini on her knees, anaanza kusali Mama Maria, Mama na Yesu, Mama Saint Maria, all that kind of stuff. So as a child, when you are growing up, you are watching your mother praising, anaabudu mwanamke mwenye akona kala ingine. Anasema iko beautiful. Mama Maria, ye anamupraise ako beautiful, ako scent, hananga sin, all that kind of stuff. I say, as a child, tell me how that you program your daughter. So are you going to program your daughter to look at you as her mother, as her hero, as the most beautiful woman, as somebody that she admire and appreciate? Or you are teaching her to look at Mama Maria? That means the women that looks like that one. I'm like, do you guys understand how fucked up all this religious belief has come and fucked up the African people and the children? And this is continuously being passed on. Sasa wanawake wa Kiafrika wanataka hiyo manywele ya Mama Maria. Wanataka hiyo manywele ya princess wanaonanga kwenye movies. So it's psychologically damaged. And the worst part is we don't even know, like, my hair. I've taken a lot of African women, especially Congolese women, out of those wigs because I had to explain to them where those things come from. Spiritually, it is even worse. If you look at it physically, if they like, they like. But spiritually, we need to speak about this Indian hair spiritually because naambia watu nasema, you know where hair come from? Hair and nails come from keratin. Keratin is it's called what? It's a protein, right?
It's a protein,
it's a cell protein. You know, your dead cells zikikufa ndani ya mwili yetu zina create your keratin. Keratin inakuja kwenye nywele na hair, right? So you see, hair here is an extension of it's a person. Ndio maana unaonanga traditionally, I don't know in Kenya, but in Congo, in many traditions, if somebody died far away from their home in the village, died away from village and their home, the family will tell you if there's no money to bring the body home, bury it there, but bring home hair and nails. They will bury that hair and nails in the village. Because hair and nails spiritually means a lot. Ni kama mtu mzima, ni mtu. Understand? So you are in Indian spirituality, our Hindi, they go sacrifice hair for their issues. Wanaenda temple. Because if they have health issues, they have poverty issues, and all that kind of stuff, go watch a whole documentary. There's a documentary on that on YouTube. When they have issues, they go give to their god their hair. The most precious thing is their hair, right? Wanaenda kwenye ma temples, wanawakata hiyo nywele, so they leave their hair to the temple. They sacrifice that hair so that their god can answer to their problems, right? Health, money, poverty, whatever it is, right? Wanarudi kwao nyumbani. So those now the hair that the people have marketing going to buy and come to sell to the black women. So I tell black women, I say, don't joke with hair. Kwa nini? Kwa sababu hiyo manywele wanaenda kupana huku. They are not giving it for goodness. They are giving it to get rid of their problems. That means spiritually already, hiyo nywele inakuja na problem. You understand? So wewe unaenda unanunua nywele ya Muhindi mwenye ameenda kuidonate for poverty. Wewe unavaa kwenye kichwa, utakuwa poor, utakuwa rich. You may be rich with maybe material and stuff, but mentally, emotionally, psychologically, uko poor. Because we know poverty haiko tu vitu ya dunia.
Poverty is in the mind.
Exactly.
100%.
Yes. I'm like, unaenda
poverty happens here.
Yeah. Unaenda kuchukua nywele ya Muhindi mwenye akona anger issue, akona marital issue. Unakuja unavaa nywele yake. Unaishi ndani ya nyumba na spirit ya mtu na energy ya mtu mwenye ameacha hiyo problem wewe umechukua. Then you think your marriage is going to get better. How your marriage is going to get better? Because now you are living with two women in the house. You and the person who want to give away her hair because she want to solve her marital problem. If she had anger issue, don't be surprised na wewe umeanza kukua na anger issue because it's energy, ni my energy inakufuata. Spiritually it is. These women, they have no idea. They are wearing things that are damaging spiritually. I say remove all those things. Mtu ameenda kuacha mambo yake huku because ako na cancer, ako sick, ako nini, wewe unaenda kuchukua unakuja kuvaa. I'm like, Do you guys understand this or you
then
don't
the spirit
understand
of
this?
sickness is on you.
Si ndio hapo? Si ndio hapo? It's a whole, it's energy. Because unajua everything we say, wanasema dunia ilikuwa created na words, right?
Yes.
Everything we say, it's energy that goes out there. That's why we are always, like me, I practice African spirituality. I just don't, misi semangi tu. Hata kama niko na kisirani, I rather work my anger, because once you release, there's no taking back. Because everything you release, it's energy. It goes in there, in the universe. You understand? So mina hao wanaendanga kuacha hiyo manywele yao, anasema mimi nakuja kuacha hiyo nywele yangu nayopatia God wangu, kwa sababu mie I'm trying to get rid of my sickness. I'm trying to get rid of poverty. It's energy that went out there. And that energy is out there, believe me. Wao unakuja unachukua hiyo nywele unavaa. Where do you think that energy is going to go to?
To you.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Energy, unajua energy, I always give people an example ya nani ya inaitwa nini? Radi. Unajua radi? Radi. Sin radi now ni energy. It's like, unajua, when it hits, sometimes it have to hit a tree for it to dilute, right?
Yeah.
Energy is energy. Words that we speak out here are energy.
Yes.
Once people speak, that's why you don't let people just speak with you anyhow. Me, I don't let people speak with me anyhow. You know, I don't take things lightly. That's why I avoid a lot of people who don't have control of themselves. Wanafikiri everything is a joke. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't speak stupidity. Don't speak negativity on me, because
exactly.
Yeah, so I try to stay away. Most people think that I'm a loner. No, it's not because I want to be lonely, because I know I cannot control a lot of foolishness out here. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't let people speak anyhow to your children. You know? Even parents, I always tell parents, I say, speak life to your child. Don't speak to your child and say, oh, mjinga, oh, stupid, oh, nini. No, speak, you are smart. You are intelligent. You are strong. You are beautiful. You are sweet. You are kind. Don't speak dead, because these are energy. Words are energy. They go and they attach. You know? So anyway, go back to the Indian hair stuff, you know? And all you are talking about, like sisi tunapenda sasa kukua na imitate ata ma accents ya wazungu, all that kind of stuff. All this is because of religion. Religion is also a program that came to screw us up. Unfortunately, Africans wanafikiri religion ni Mungu. Religion is politic of domination and control and manipulation. So before they sazile walikuja kucolonize Africa, si walikuja wakaona sometimes some of our ancestors walikuwa wana resist, wanawapiganisha and all that kind of stuff. So their politics had to come with something that is going to make us accept them. Wamekuja kutufunza Mungu. Mungu anasema wakikuchapa huku, pana na wewe huku wakuchape tena huku. Mungu anasema wewe unaweza tu kusafa hapa chini, lakini vitu yote utapata, nice things itakuwa huku juu. Ndio tuitike wakuja watu loot, watu abuse, watu pige, watu uwe, all that kind of stuff. Mungu
lakini wao lakini subiri kidogo, lakini wao wazungu wamejitengenezea biguni yao hapa duniani.
Chini hapa chini. Sisi tunangoja. Sisi tunangoja huku juu, tutaenda huku juu. Sisi
everywhere you go the white man is.
Wakupige huku, pana hiyo pia wakupige huku. Can you imagine that? Yeah. So it is a political program of control, manipulation, mistreating us. Lakini kwa sababu tu sisi tuna hope tu, basi Mungu wetu tu atafanya siku moja. You see? That's where they have kept us forever. Yeah. So that's why you see hata wazungu sisi we want to be just like them. Kwenye school wametuachia hiyo maprogram yao kwenye school, they teach us about European history, European culture, European geography. Huku Amerika wanafunza watoto wao African history. Sisi wa Afrika tunatoka huku Afrika, we don't respect each other. You know why? Because we don't know each other's history.
Exactly.
History creates respect. Mimi nikishajua huyu history, wamefanya hivi, wame hivi, wamefanya hivi, sina wa respect automatically.
Yeah.
Sasa mimi nikijua kama mimi mababu zetu walikuwa maluza, hawajafanyanga kitu, kwa sababu our history has been erased. So why am I gonna respect Mkikuyu? Ama nita respect Mjaluo? Ama nita respect Mkalenjin ama Mkongomani? Because you don't know their history. Those people have history, big history before colonial came. If you know your history, you start respecting yourself better. Me, the reason I respect myself and I respect my people and I respect Africans, because I try to dig every history of African people I find there. I try to connect Africans. These ones came from this place, they walikuwa makazi ni hawa, wakamigrate huku, wakaenda huku. If you look at those history, you find out that most Africans are connected in Mandugus. They just migrated to different places. You understand? So once you understand that, you start connecting that, you start respecting your people. You start respecting your brothers. You start learning about their culture. You start learning what it meant in their culture. This practice what they meant. Sasa sisi wamekuja kutudanganya eti hiyo vitu yetu culturally traditional practice ni uchawi. You see people are running away from their own culture because wanasema ni uchawi. So now they have to go identify na mzungu, kwa sababu mzungu ndio Mungu. Ni Jesus, Mungu amekuja through these people. Hao ndio wamekuja kutusave, ni masavior.
Jesus Christ, the Savior.
The Savior.
The Savior.
Yeah, those who are not mature spiritually, they want to identify with that. And that goes far to what we are talking about now, where they even want to talk like them.
Yeah.
They want to forget everything that is Africans. Because for them, it's ugly, it doesn't look good, it doesn't sound good. Huku tumekuja, hawezi tena kukula ugali, hawezi kukula githeri. Ukileta githeri kwenye meza, hapana, leta salad. Eating salad is good, but we also have our own traditional food that we enjoy sometimes. You understand? And these things we are not teaching to our children. Ukiona wazazi wengi wamekuja hapa, wanaanza kuambia eti, especially African parents, wanakuambia watoto wao wanakula tu pasta, wanakula tu mahamburger, hapendangi ugali, hapendangi, watoto wanapenda tu pasta, wanapenda mac and cheese. Wanapenda mac and cheese. Ama this is your programming. Kwa sababu these are your kids. You have to program them from home.
Yeah.
And if you're not programming them from home to love themselves, their culture, who they are, it's a problem. Then they're going to go out there and they're going to try to copy everybody else. Kisha tena sisi tena wa Afrika tunasema watoto wetu wanapotea hapa. They are getting lost because they don't have identity from home. Hawana identity, we are not creating it. We are not reinforcing that identity. When you don't stand on something, you're going to fall for anything.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So this is the things that we are seeing in these communities here. Tunalia tu, watoto wakisha kukua huku, wamesha kufika huku, angalia, wanaingia kwa hiyo system. True, the system is there. But you also as a parent, ama mzazi wa huyu mtoto, you must reinforce, unapasha kueducate. You cannot be giving away the simplest things, your own culture. You know? Culture yenyu, tradition zenyu, your home routine. Unasema eti mtoto akulangi tena, anakulanga tu, they can only eat a hamburger. They like hamburger. They only like hamburgers. They only like mac and cheese. They only like pizza. Kama si pizza hawatakula. For real? So these are things, I mean, I always think like the churches, watu wanaenda machurch hapa. Me, I don't go to church, but watu wanaenda kwenye church, wanaenda kusikia vitu haina maana that is not helping them. Kwa sababu we are living real life, we are living in a world, and we need to be taught things that are practical, that they go with our everyday life. You know?
So you're telling me that you get to talk to these Congolese women.
Oh yes.
And inform them about the origin and the spiritual warfare behind the fake hair.
Yes.
So how do they respond?
Oh no, it's not only me. It's a lot of us who have been doing that hair awakening program in the Congolese community. We've been getting great response. Yes,
Yeah.
a lot of them are wearing less and less wig. They are becoming very comfortable with natural hair. When they do their own, like you, my braid yetu ya back home, anajibraid nywele zake. And we come, actually when we see them like that, we encourage, we tell them they look beautiful and all that kind of stuff, right? But it's a lot of work, because you can imagine if it's been programmed for a long time, it takes also a long time to deprogram those certain behaviors just don't disappear, because it takes long to build them, and it takes also a while to change them.
And back to the little girl that was being shown a black and a white doll.
Mm-hmm.
The only one I saw is when she is maybe 3 or 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
She was asked which one is the beautiful one, and she picked the white one. And which one is the ugly one, and she picked the black one. She was asked, why is it ugly? And she looks at, I think it was a teacher, and she said, because it's black. Like she's struggling with that information at such an early age. Because it's black. And then the teacher asked her, and what color are you? And she looked at the doll and she said, black. That's the saddest thing I've ever seen.
It is sad, yes. Because,
and now that child is 25, that child is 29, that child is 30, that child is 40. They are walking around imitating white people's accents and wearing fake hair and tendencies and speaking and behaving like anything other than who they are, because innately they hate the black dog.
It's na makosa ya mama. A mother is a model's behavior. Una understand? Unfortunately, today, women that we have today who are breeding, who are having children, they take becoming mothers and being mothers very lightly, right? Being a mother has become just like, sina ameza mtoto. No. Unajua, mothers are like, yani watoto wanaonanga mamao kama Mungu. You understand? There's no one who has more influence to the children than the mother. Unaona? Mama ndio ana model behavior. Iyo behavior mama ata model, the children are likely ndio yo atafuata. Now, if we have mothers today, yani wako na mawigi, self-acceptance is a problem. And women are going very far now, even to go do surgery to add butt and all that kind of stuff, right? Because fakeness is what they are selling. So now, this is what we are selling to daughters, to young children, to young girls, who they haven't even been able to start building their own identity and confidence. We are destroying daughters. So mama ako kama ye mwenyewe hajiitiki. How is a 3 years old gonna accept herself?
They won't.
If your mother is who she is, she has her hair, and she teaches you how to wear your own hair, and mama yako ndio example yako ya maisha ya kwanza. The first teacher, mwalimu wa kwanza wa maisha ya mtu ni mama. Unfortunately today, women of today, they don't know that. Hawajui kama they can build and they can destroy. Women of today are destroying their own children with their own hands. And then they want to blame it to the society, environment, blah, blah, blah. No.
You are the problem.
Yes.
Yeah. But all this is deliberately and intentionally engineered by the white man to diminish the black race.
Yes, yeah.
And as you say, once you get in the head, once you get in the head of the woman, you get everything you want. You get the outcome you want.
Yes. You want to destroy society, target a woman. You want to destroy a man, target his wife. You want to destroy children, target their mother. That's it. Hawajui hivyo. They don't know that. Wako tu hapa ndani ya hiyo vitu, yani they are just into their own world. Wako ndani ya dunia yao wenyewe, where they are flashy things, they are seduced with every little things that is out here. Akili hatutaki tena. Wisdom hatutaki tena.
I said something very similar on X the other day. And I said, the 21st century woman has completely diminished in all metrics, where the man has improved since Homo sapiens, Homo erectus, where they started using tools. The man has come up with all these intricate systems to solve life problems and make life easier with inventions and creations and iterating those inventions. But the woman is walking away farther and farther and farther from her essence. The woman who raised children 100 years ago is not the same woman raising children today. She has gotten worse.
Especially sisi wa Afrika. You know, because unajua ukiangalia, I'm going to keep repeating that, kuangalia wa Afrika na wenzetu. I'll give you an example, simple example. Me, I tell Congolese women, I said, how many of you go out there and look at white women who are a little bit older, but they keep bragging about being single? Not too many. Now, unajua, a lot of white women, there's a lot of divorce in white people, but guess what? The women don't stay single. They
remarry immediately.
They remarry immediately.
Oh, yes. I see them every day.
If you see a couple,
they target the next guy and attach themselves to them.
Until they talk, then you hear, oh, this is my second marriage or third marriage. But they're never single. They don't brag about being single. Okay, do you understand that we are the only women who brag about being single? And because of being single, that's why we are selling out our community. Because hiyo instability ya kukuwa single without, yani mwanamke mweusi, I've realized one thing, a black woman has a problem with authority. We don't like authority. For some reason, there's a problem. Mwanamke wa mzungu, wazungu wamekuja kutuselia eti women liberation, blah, blah, blah. But those women, they like authority. You understand? They like to be under a man authority. They do love it. Because somehow they find protection under the man authority, and they find protection for their children under a man authority. Sisi weusi hatupendi authority. We have a problem with authority, and that's why a lot of black children are being killed, especially in the police hands, because they don't also like authority. Because the men are gone, hawataki authority. When they hear an authority, for example, listen, why a lot of black kids are being killed out here is because they are not used to authority.
Exactly.
When they let's say they're being stopped on a street just for a violation, traffic light violation. Simama, comply, speak, show whatever they're trying to show you. Lakini ukiangalia black children wanaanja, what's up, what do you want? You know, in behavior yenye hataki authority. Because they are not.
That child is taught that by the mother.
Yes.
They've
been taught that by the mother because they never had any kind of authority in their life. And most of fathers, because they are gone because of this system, they've never heard an authority voice. Now wanawake, now wanaume, they're all growing without an authority. So when they hear an authority voice, it's become a trigger. Yani na watrigger wataki, wanasikia visirani. But when you look in the other community, those women, they put their children under the man authority. Because that's the job of a man in the house. Kupana hiyo voice authority. Kwa sababu huyu mtoto kesho atakuwa mtu mkubwa, ataenda kwenye society, they're going to have to answer to authority, even if it's a boss. They got to get used to hear to that voice of authority. Sasa hao wazungu, they know that. That's why they go back into these marriages. They keep their children under the authority of the man, so that their children can benefit to listen and to be comfortable in hearing authority. Sasa sisi hatupendi. We don't want authority. We take our children out of these homes. We take the men away because he's the voice of authority. Mwanaume akisema kipandisha voice, toxic wanaita nini masculinity?
Toxic masculinity.
Yes. Toxic masculinity. Toxic men, toxic behavior atutaki. It's not because he's toxic. Because that's how
you reject authority.
Reject of authority. And sometimes men have to speak like that so that we can come back to order. Because if you don't check a woman, I always tell people, I will never be with a man that I don't fear. Yes. And I tell women that, they tell, don't say that, fear is too strong. I'm like, I'm telling you the truth. Because as a woman, I know how far we can go. And if you don't have a man who can bring you back, hana ile authority ya bring back. Ndio maana muko, that's why you guys are out here like this. Muko kama wajinga tu hapa hivi. Because you don't even respect the men you are with. You don't respect their yani hawana authority on you. How many women now we see wanakuja hapa kwenye Facebook, they are dancing, especially TikTok. Wanna shake ass. These women who lives with men. You can imagine mke wa mtu anakuja behave anyhow kwenye internet, and he's with a man, a husband, and then tomorrow atawambia kesho tomorrow. A lot of influencers, they are here in the Congolese community. Kesho atawambia eti I married a man who fear God. Na ambianga makakangu wa Congolese nasema don't ever marry a woman who say I'm looking for a man who fear God. She's looking for a man to manipulate. A man who accepts all her bullshit and her nonsense. That's what she's looking for. Not a man who fears God.
Exactly.
Yes.
A man she can take to church to be dominated by the pastor.
Yes. And
to be socially engineered so that now she in turn can dominate him.
Because she behaves anyhow here on Facebook. She behaves anyhow on social media. The man is just there. She calls him the God-fearing man. But no, it's not the man-fearing man. It's the man who has no authority over you, who can let you behave anyhow, who can let
a man you cannot fear.
Yes. Mwanaume mwenye anakuwa allowed uenda
you want to fear somebody else, but not this one.
Yes.
That's why now they give that submission to the boss and to the pastor.
Yes.
But not this one.
Not the husband. Yes. Mwanaume mwenye cannot put you back on your place. Anakuacha una behave anyhow with his family and all that kind of stuff. He can't say now. Those are the women. Those are the men that women today calling the God-fearing men. Those are the one. He let you act like a mujinga out here. You can talk anyhow. You can behave anyhow. That's the men we call the God-fearing.
Wow.
No authority at all. You see?
I have never understood the concept of fearing God. Why are we fearing somebody who is supposed to love us?
Yes, I guess. I don't. Yeah, with you and my religion is manipulation. So if you don't use your brain, you can never. That's why most religious people are there, because
the logic in me cannot let me get past that stuff.
Yeah. So it's a lot of things that it's a lot of things to unpack in our community. It's a lot of things, Yeah, but we try to teach what we can teach, and people, to try to save who we can save. Those who understand, those who are not listening from an emotional place. You understand? Because if you want to learn from somebody like me and you, somebody have to be willing not to listen from an emotional place. And
that's the biggest problem now, especially, and you understand why. That's the biggest problem now with the Gen Z population, the young men.
Yeah.
They are so emotional because of what you stipulated earlier. There is no man in their life, so they carry the energy of their mothers.
Yes.
And a male voice triggers them to hell.
Yes.
They have never listened to a male's voice.
No, they don't know authority. They don't know authority.
This is the same group of people. Yeah. It's the same group of people that used to ban schools. to go against the authority of the principal in school, because that man, the principal, represents the absent father that they were taught by the mother to hate and to disrespect. That's why you see these people insulting strangers that they don't know at all. Because they are insulting their fathers.
Thank you.
That were not there in their lives.
Thank you very much.
That anger they are manifesting on X is misdirected on the people who they perceive to have taken the position of their absent fathers. Or their weak fathers. So they vent all this anger, and you are like, where is this coming from? Social engineering from mama.
The unfortunate reality of our communities today. But you know, we can only do what we can do. I always say, I wish churches could also take on this responsibility by teaching, empowering people. But that's not the church purpose. I think the church purpose is, I'm a pastor, Meona, this is an opportunity to abuse and take from the vulnerable people. You know, it's money.
Take advantage of it.
It's business. Why? They don't want you to get better. If you get better, there's no business for them. You know what I mean? They want you to be where you are. Even they even want you to be even more sick, spiritually, mentally, so that you can keep coming to them.
You just said something. Let me take you back. You just said something. You cannot be with a man you don't fear. Because that man has to have the ability to reset you when you go so far. Give you one slap and you come back to your senses. Now. Because that man is dominated and he's weak. And the woman does not fear him. So he cannot reset the woman with a slap. And I'm just paraphrasing here.
No, it doesn't have to be a slap, but you know, a man who like know when to talk to you.
Put you in your place.
Put you back on your place, right?
So now what do they do instead? They go for counseling. And it extends for 6 months. They are being billed every month for 6 months. Because now they are buying the replacement of the man in a counselor.
True. Very, very true.
And whether the counselor is a man or a woman, they are going to find a way, where we started, to blame the man for all the problems.
Or they're trying to reprogram the men to behave the way the woman feel comfortable. That's what they do.
Exactly.
Or, you know, you have to speak like this. You have to communicate it like this. You know, communicate better. You know, so they try to reprogram now the men, because that's what the counselor do. They try to help you because you are not comfortable with the way he talks to you or the way he puts you back. So you have to take him there so they can program him to be comfortable or talking to you the way
Fix you feel my man. Fix my man.
That's the way it is. Ndio hivyo. Mambo iko hapa nje nakwambia.
So, in this environment that we have found ourselves in, because we have dug ourselves in it. What is your word for the unmarried, both men and women?
The unmarried one, you know, like I have a lot of feelings about like the whole marriage stuff today. You know? Today, for example, what's marriage for anyway? You know? What's marriage for? Because I see that people can be in love and they can build families and be in a great relationship without marriage today. Right? Because when you work on your marriage today, they don't have, first of all, marriage, marriage has been, especially in our community, people have been going to marriage for wrong reasons, right? Marriage, the way marriage was before, that's not the way it is today, okay? We have to recognize that. Marriages yesterday, culturally, traditionally in Africa, marriages were encouraged to build because people had to build together, you know? Ilikuwa yani build for growth. Ilikuwa kama kazi. People put together so they can build together and grow as community, as families and stuff like that, right? Marriages today are based on romantic fantasies. Okay? It's not based on building anymore. Am I lying?
100% right.
Yeah, marriages today iko built on a romantic. Yani, you find people who are in marriage and all they worry about, oh, atacheat, akicheat na mwacha. Like, how was that? How was that a marital what value? Like, yani sexuality imekuwa marriage. People have traded the real values of marriage to sexuality, limited it to sexuality, right? Hako romantic, I'm leaving this man because he's not romantic. I'm leaving this woman because I'm leaving this man because he's cheating. I'm leaving this man because everything is based on a sexuality and based on a fantasy romance. Right? So if that's what marriage is today, what is the purpose of marriage then? Because my feelings, my romance and all that, those are feelings. Feelings can grow and can leave you anytime. Feelings can disappear. You don't build a marriage based on feelings. Feelings can change. We witness this today where when you there's no more respect in a relationship, feelings goes. You don't respect each other anymore. You don't love each other anymore. So what do you do with a marriage now? Because you are in a contract of a marriage, right?
Yeah.
Traditionally, marriage was a contract. Iko contract ya kazi. Wanawake, they were trained to understand that ameenda huku kutumika, add on. Umeenda kutumika, add on to that man's family. That's how women were trained, right?
Yeah.
Because we should never forget that marriage is also a political construction of it's a political construction of a society.
Yes.
Society ndio ina create marriage according to needs and what really how society is projecting what it needs to build, right? So with time, marriages have changed. Marriage ya jana si ya leo. Before, marriage was based on a building, on adding up values, right? So women were trained accordingly to what marriage meant then. You understand? Wanawake walikuwa wanakimbia bunyumba kwa sababu mume ameoa second wife. Kwa sababu mume amecheat. That was not the contract of the marriage. They were there to go build, have their children build with this man, add up to that man family. Kwa sababu hiyo ndio, I mean, traditionally in Congo, where I come from, women goes to marriage to help that other family build. Kwa sababu watoto, they're supposed to be watoto wa hiyo familia huko. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So, today, marriage is built on ananipenda na mimi namupenda. Ananipatianga maflower every day. I like her. Men have become even more stupid. They're marrying more artificial women. Kwa sababu akona big booty. Kwa sababu she's pretty. All that kind of stuff. Stupidity. Sasa huyu wako pretty ndio maana umemuoa. Si kesho tona mwenyewe uko pretty because there's too many goddamn pretty women out here. So if you're gonna marry based on she's beautiful, all that kind of stuff. So what is the future of that marriage? So me, as I told you, I'm really conflicted right now to even think if I should be encouraging marriages. Marriage is a contract. I believe people can live together and build together without this certificate now. That is majority of the time now don't make no sense because siku hizi marriage pia imekuwa fraud. People will see what you have so they can come and marry you and get out of this marriage with something. We see that here every day. Mtu anakuja kwenye marriage, mnaoana naye hapa hajafanya hata 1 year, amekwambia anataka divorce na anataka half of what you have built. That is out here today. Okay? So, do we want to encourage people to go into marriages that is based on feelings or on oh, I like her, she likes me, we are in love? What if that love dies? Ndio maana unaona watu wa zamani walikuwa wanakaa kwenye marriage zao because they know they want to build, they want to take their children all the way, hata kama feelings imeondoka, lakini they know it's a commitment. It work. I came to work and I took a commitment, and they had to respect their commitment. Today, watu wana respect commitment kweli? Even when things goes hard, would you tell yourself and say, okay, right now I'm not feeling good with this person, I'm disappointed on this and this and that, but I took a commitment to build. Kwa sababu tulisema tutajenga together, right?
But the problem is the woman is not committed to the relationship. The woman is committed to her needs. That's what I'm gonna come over there, because angalia wanasema it is it's 80% of women, it's the most divorced 80% of women are initiated by women. Yep.
And the 90% of marriages are initiated by women too.
Yes.
Did you know that? That means the women initiate marriages. They initiate to be in a marriage, and they initiate and they demand to come out quickly, because women think on emotional base. I like you. Aikutana na mtu hapa tu leo tu. Oh, you know, mimi sasa familia yangu inaanza kuuliza siku gani utakuja. They want serious thing. Wanapeleka huyo kimoja kwenye hiyo idea ya kuja kunimeri quickly. So he goes. He answered to her emotionally. Okay? Because now she's she's all excited emotionally.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If it was for marriage, really, men don't propose really just like that. Because men don't propose in emotions. Mwanaume akikuomba for marriage, he have thought about it through and through.
Yeah.
Most men, yes. Because
but now
for men,
it's
a responsibility. Ni responsibility. Marriage is a responsibility for men.
Yeah.
Anaona yani responsibility kubwa, mke, watoto. And a man will not ask a woman to marry him if even psychologically he's not ready. You have to be ready psychologically to ask you to marry him. But women pressure men. They pressure men. Sasa siku gani? When are you propose? A man is not ready, but anakuja hapa anakuoa, right? Then when he's not performing the way you thought a husband should perform, because you put umemurash into this thing, right? So he's not performing, he's not giving you what you need. You start telling him a husband must do this, a husband must do this, a husband must do this. Then guess what? You frustrate again. Then your emotion, as a woman, your emotion come back again. He's not the one. I don't want him. He's not doing good, blah, blah, blah. Then you ask for divorce. Then the man is there, he's like, what the heck is going on? We initiate marriage. 90% of marriage are initiated by women, and over 80% of marriages divorce are asked by women. So don't trust a woman akupeleke kimbio kwenye marriage yenye hautajua namna gani itakuwa. Okay? So that's my advice to guys. Don't just marry for pressure. Don't. And women, please stop pressuring men for marriage. They know if it's you, and they know if it's not you. They know if they're going to marry you or not.
Women will not listen to you because women answer to their needs.
Yes.
Women will not listen to you.
Yes.
Men will listen to you. Men will double check on themselves.
Yes.
But women, I mean, as opposed to what?
Yes.
We have to self-preserve.
Yes.
And now the modern world has created a modern man that we can take advantage of.
Yes.
Now the message you need to go to that man.
Yeah.
Don't fall for the emotional manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
Where the woman now has taken away from you the power to keep relationship.
Yes.
Because women keep sex.
I agree.
Women keep sex. Men choose the woman they want to be in a relationship. But The modern man has been manipulated to a point where he is deserting his authority and power of choice of deciding who he wants to be in a relationship with. Because now he is listening to this woman who is deciding for him.
Thank you. Yes.
That
he
he
really
should be
deciding
in
for
a
him.
relationship
Yes.
with her.
Yes.
You have dated me for so long. Why haven't you proposed to me?
Yes.
The power is gone.
Yes.
Now the man starts double questioning himself.
Yes.
Hey, what is going on here? I need to start doing right by mama.
Yes.
Because now this woman is a representation of mama. And he has grown all his life knowing how to cater to mama and mama's emotional needs.
Yes.
Now it triggers him and say, oh, so I'm not supposed to be gatekeeping relationship. He gives the power to the woman.
Yes. Yeah. And I don't
and now Kafupusui is there looking around and like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gave away your power to choose relationships.
Yes. No, and I really don't want people to get me wrong, because I encourage families, the structure, I mean, the unit of families, and I encourage like marriages, but the marriages today is the one that worries me, right? So I'm telling people, I say, like, I don't know if we should try also like to try to beat the system, because I think the system, especially hiyo system, ina encourage wanawake vibaya sana kuingia kwenye marriage na kutoka, right? Because they also know that, okay, with divorce, they also, if you hit a what we call jackpot, you marry a man who has a little money, you can come out of with something. You understand? So women are looking at marriages now also almost like just like a jackpot too, right?
Yes.
So me, I'm just thinking, me I even advise now my brothers, niko nawaambia hivi, nawaambia sasa, nyinyi kama mnapenda create majamaa, mnataka create family and all that kind of stuff, go marry her traditionally. That's it. Hiyo mambo ya makoti hapa, mnakuja kusaini mapepa ya Amerika hapa, utalia. Okay? Go do traditionally marriage, family na recognize nyinyi wote. See family, yani mko na, do you need to do that for? See family story. Mnafanya traditional marriage huku, mnaishi, mna raise your children. Because these days marriages, they are not staying. We don't know. Mnakuja mnaenda kwenye makoti hapa, leo mnaenda kwenye court kufanya marriage, kama hiyo civil marriage, kisha kesho mnaenda tena huku mnaanza kutafuta maloya, mnabebana huku, inakuwa mastori.
Na kila kitu umetengeneza na yeye anachukua.
Yes. This is what we are living here now. Yeah. Mnataka marriage? Yeah, mnataka marriage ama hiyo mavitu ya ma prenup, sijui nini. I mean, marriage has become very complicated though,
Men are in love, women are in business.
Men are in love, women are in business, So vitu imekuwa complicated. I don't want to discourage marriage. I still think like families, I don't know how to separate that. Family na hiyo marriage bills. Families are still very important. Kukuwa na jamaa, where there is a structure, kuna baba, kuna mama, kuna watoto, there's protection there and stuff like that. The only thing that now is really bothering me is the modern marriage. Yani, the accent that they have put on a modern marriage. Yani, watu wakisha kusign your certificate tu, mambo imekuwa complicated. Yeah. So people have to do what they have to do. I mean, I cannot decide that for people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people have to be smart and wise, Yeah. Don't get married quickly, especially young people. My young people.
That's actually.
Why are they always rushing into marriage?
Subiri kidogo. Yes, amigo. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No. Okay. I was trying to buy some more time, but I'm not going to be able to do it.
Okay. No problem. Yes.
Yeah. So we have to do a part 2 of this one.
No problem. Yes.
But finish that point.
No, I was saying,
Don't
yeah.
marry early.
No, don't. Yes, don't. You know, you can be in a relationship with somebody for a long time. It doesn't have to be marriage. You know, how many people in marriage today, but they are not in love? You know, you don't have to go sign marriages. You know, get to know each other, be with each other. I know a lot of women always think like, oh, you know, maybe if we are not married, we are just lingering around. Maybe he's going to find someone else. Guess what? Even if you're married, if he wasn't your guy, he's not going to be your guy. Okay? So don't worry about things like that. You know, enjoy a relationship with somebody. Be together, be faithful, be in a relationship with one person, you know, like enjoy love, enjoy companionship, enjoy all that kind of stuff. If that marriage will come later because you have figured out like, oh, you are perfect together, great. Lakini hiyo mambo leo tu unaona unakutana na mtu not even a year later ati unataka kuoana. Unakutana na mtu not even 3 years later unataka kuoana. What do you know about each other? You don't know nothing. You know? Meeting people, go on a date, eat, go here on vacation, back and forth. It's not enough for people to live together. When two people live together, it's a totally different story. You know?
And you know, the other thing I want us to tackle, and probably do it on the next one,
yeah,
is that these men are being rushed into relationships and marriages with the hope of those women giving them children.
Yeah.
And then the women, number one,
Yeah.
deny them the children.
Yes.
Or when they get pregnant, it's not for him.
It's another
for some
man.
other guy.
Yeah. I know a lot of those cases. Yeah. No, this is an advice. Mbene tumalize nipatie advice because I was talking about the young people, right?
Yes.
I say, you know, today dating is totally different from yesterday dating, you know? Because me, I remember like when my cousins, they were way older than me, when they were dating, their boyfriends or they didn't even have boyfriend, they call them fiancé automatically, right? Their fiancé will come at our home, right? And then, you know, like anakuja visit kwetu. You know, my older cousin will be like doing work, they will be doing their chores, everything. Yeah, anakaa tu hapa namngojea girlfriend yake. Girlfriend anamaliza chores and everything she needed to do. She finished the shower and then kama wataenda movie, wanaenda wherever they go, right? But today, tell me, boys are coming to pick up daughters downstairs in the building or outside. Msichana ameshakuvaa, ameshakupaka makeup, they just pick her up to go to where? To movie theater, right? The boy doesn't come inside the house, doesn't even see if this girl do chores. She does not even enjoy chores. Today, you have girls who have been raised today, they can't even wash dishes. Washing dishes, it's complaining. They can't even fix their bed. Wanaondoka ndani ya nyumba wanaacha kitanda chafu. They remove their clothes, they live everywhere. This is the girl that when a boyfriend call her for a date, she's ready, she put everything. She's outside waiting to be picked up. She goes to the movie, they enjoy, they eat, they drop her in front of the house. The man did not come in the house. He doesn't see how filthy she lives. She doesn't clean, she doesn't do nothing. So that same girl will tell you in a few months or in a year, I've been proposed to. Aende kwenye marriage kufanya nini? Kwa sababu marriage ni kazi. Yes. Marriage ni kazi. And this is why I'm telling you, marriage has taken a totally different route, right?
Yeah.
Marriage ni kazi. Huyu msichana ameenda huku, wamemu propose according to movie, na wanakutana na movie theater, wanaenda kwenye restaurant, wanakula na makeup. Nyumbani anaendaga kwenye club, anakuja analala all day Saturday Sunday mpaka 1 p.m. 2 p.m. because alikuwa kwenye club all night long, alikuwa ana shake booty, anachoka na lala, haamkangi usubuhi kupiga ku arrange house. She's not into that. So then when she goes now in her home, those things become inakuwa kuteswa, anateseka kwa sababu now she has to face reality. Anapasha kutengeneza nyumba, watoto wamezaliwa, anapasha kuarrange, anapasha kuamka, anapasha kucook, anapasha kuclean, anaanza kusema eti mimi mwenyewe ndio nafanyanga kazi hapa, I'm suffering. But my friend, you married on a wrong married kwenye wrong note. So now these days, this one I'm telling you, Congolese mothers, I'm telling Congolese mothers, you mothers are participating in not destroying these women, these your daughters where they are going, because nyinyi wa mama munajua kama wasichana wenyu wapendangi kazi, and your job is to teach them how to become wives before they leave the home, because a wife is going to answer to duties, family duties. That's a wife. A woman, a man can find any woman. Ni sex, anaweza hata kuchukua prostitute analala naye. That has nothing to do with it. Okay? Be a wife is to go answer to family duties, which you are not training your daughters to do. Mtu anakuja kwenye mlango yako anakuambia, mama, mimi nakuja kupropose daughter wako na muoa. What you as an honest mother, you know your daughter doesn't wake up in the morning to do shit. She party, anakuja analala all day long, anaamuka 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Okay? Kuyo kuamka ni kufanya nywele yake na makucha. Okay? So now, somebody is going to knock your door and want to ask your daughter for marriage and you accept. You are such an irresponsible mother. Not everyone who knocks your door to ask your daughter for marriage, you should accept. Sometimes you have to say, apana baba, my daughter is not ready. Give me 2 years or 3 years for me to prepare her. Unasikia? But what parents does that? Wamama wanafanyanga hivyo. They don't do that. They know their daughter. But they know their daughter is very incompetent. Wanajua, they know, because that's what she's been living in their house. She's extremely competent. She's extremely lazy. They know that. But they're sending her to marriage. Then tomorrow anakuja na wambia ati anatesekwa huku. Yes.
But you know what is happening now? And I'm glad we are saying this as we close.
Yes.
The modern man is being socio-engineered to show up. He does his duty as a man. He provides, he protects, he goes work and win and bring the bacon home.
Yeah.
But then he is being told, you have to show up and also take care of the children and also cook and clean and wash. Because that's what a man does around the house.
Yes.
So she knows she's not trained to cook and clean and wash and take care of the children. But she's not going to sell herself short. She's going to socio-engineer the man to show up. A real man cleans, a real man cooks, a real man washes, a real man take care of the babies.
Yes.
And the Kenodia is saying, yes, ma'am. But that is the Kinyangarika you married that is not trained.
Yes. Yes.
And now you are her slave.
Yes.
2 times over.
Yes. And you shouldn't say anything because you're going to be a toxic man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wow.
Nafurai. We should continue.
Thank
Next
you so
time
much.
when we talk after this, we'll pick up a subject, a real subject that we need to develop on it. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, real quickly, introduce yourself. Where do people find you?
Masahwa, Nyamuhoye, Katabana. Yes. I'm on Facebook.
And Masahwa is Masahwa.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, if they type
And
Masahwa, they will see me. There's not too many Masahwa like that on Facebook. When they type that, they will see me, man. Yeah.
They will find you on Facebook and anywhere else?
Yes, but you know the thing about my Facebook, they can come on my Facebook, but usually I do my
links to other things.
Yeah, I do a lot of my videos that I do is in Lingala because I target Congolese people.
Nice.
Yes.
All right.
Those are my targets.
Yes.
Yes, so yeah, that's me, Masahwa. Yeah, but me Mkenya pia. Si mimi nimeishi hapo Kenya hapo na nimeenda hapo Aga Khan High School hapo. I lived
Really?
Yeah, nimefanya Aga Khan High School. I lived up there Mountain View, ukipita hapo Kangemi hapo juu. Yes, yeah, mimi Mkenya wewe.
Yeah. Thank you so much for more than 2.5 hours that you have given me today.
Thank you. Talking with you was a pleasure. Yes.
It was my greatest
we work
pleasure.
Together, we do good thing, and we awaken up our people. Yes.
This is one of many.
Yes.
We need to do at least 2 before Christmas.
No problem. I'll have to.
Okay.
Especially in December, I have a lot of time off.
Perfect.
Yes.
Asante sana. I
Asante
greatly
George,
appreciate you. Thank you so
tutazidi.
much.
Okay.
Okay.
Good night.
All right. So on your part, keep it on until it completely loads on my end.
Oh, okay. So I should keep it on. No problem.
Yeah, just keep it on.
Okay, no problem. Sawa bye.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you a lot.
Bye bye.